Good evening and welcome to the School Gymnasium for high school basketball on the DC Blitz Sports Network. Sponsored exclusively tonight by our good friends at Liberty State Bank. Tom Duggan alongside the coach Chris Vance, who's doing some basketball for the first time, Coach.
I'm excited. I'm anxious, nervous, but it's a challenge that I'm looking forward to. I think I've done enough homework.
Yeah.
And we're just going to give this a go.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. You've done more homework than I have on these two teams. I know you've already seen them play in their earlier matchup I guess it's just been a week or so ago when they met back on the 29th of November. And that night it was all Cannon County on their home court, Coach. They've got two pretty good basketball teams. Let's start there. But on their home court, they really came out and put on a show against DeKalb County.
Starting with the girls, Ashley Jade Patrick. She played at Freed Hardeman before transferring to MTSU. But in talking with her last Thursday, they want to get up and down the floor. They want to run. They want to push. They want to wear you down. They want to force turnovers. They want to get points off transition. She told me they are not a good shooting team from the floor.
Right.
So they're going to have to create transition points. They're going to have to force turnovers, take advantage of 2-on-1s and 2-on-2 situations, wear you down. They've got 3 or 4 very talented ladies on their team.
They like to press, and that's something that for DeKalb County, they're going to have to deal with. Ball handling is going to be essential tonight. And you look at your point guard in Jordan Agee, a freshman. Can you rattle her? Can you get her out of their game? Like you say, can you force those turnovers and get into transition? If Cannon can do that quickly right out of the gate, DeKalb County is going to be in some trouble.
They really are. I think DeKalb County is going to have to really slow this thing down. Of course, in playing a press-type defense, that's going to force your tempo up. But I think once they get across, they need to set up their offense. There's not a shot clock here in high school.
Right.
So once you get across that timeline, settle things down, get back in your offense, run your rotation, and limit the number of possessions for both teams.
Again, it was kind of one-sided last go-round. 57-23 was the final score. Cannon County's won the last 4 in this series. Coach, prior to that, DeKalb County had won 11 in a row over Cannon County. That's actually the most in the history of the series that DeKalb County has consecutively won. But the last couple of years, Cannon County, they've kind of got their footing back. DeKalb's had some young basketball teams, and that's kind of the case again here with the Lady Tigers again this year. You've got Avery Agee, the lone senior, who is starting. 2 seniors on this squad on tonight's lineup. This is still a relatively young DeKalb County team, and I think Cannon County, they've got a little more experience, and certainly with the style of play, I think it's just a big mismatch for the Lady Tigers.
Cannon County is going to run what Patrick talks 4 or 5 out. They really don't have a big post. They're not going to run a lot of plays. They want to take advantage of the situation as it occurs. I quoted her, and it's an attacking free-for-all.
Okay.
So they're going to run a play, but if they see an advantage in the middle of this play, whether it's 2-on-1 or a 2-on-2, they're going to be very aggressive towards the rim and try to get their points that way. Defensively, they are going to try and put the clamps down on Chloe Van Franken.
Of course, we're going to talk more about the boys a little bit later on in our broadcast tonight. But, Coach, as we touch base there, Cannon County with a huge win in the boys' game as well, 71-34. But the last 2 games, we're starting to see some promise from this DeKalb County Tiger team. Coach Joey Agee's changed a few things up. They shot the lights out against Watertown in their game this past weekend, playing a little bit different style, and I think they've kind of settled in. And one thing that he mentioned to us just a few moments ago, the confidence is building for this team, and I think tonight we might see a little bit closer result. They're going to play with a little more confidence, I think, than they did last time.
I think so, and I also think in talking with Coach Agee that they're going to try to stretch their bench a little bit and some confidence when in shooting. The ability to score and do something with the ball in your hand is going to get some guys some more minutes on the court that they might not normally get. So I look for him to go 7, 8, even maybe 9 deep tonight.
DeKalb County has been getting some big-time contributions lately. John Hendricks has been playing. He's had a couple of 20-plus point games. In fact, he set a career high with 23. Then I think 2 games later broke that with a 28-point night. You know Cannon County is going to know where John Hendricks is at all times. But let's talk a little bit about the freshman Elliott Barnes, who lit it up. 5 3-pointers, I think, finished with 17 points in the game against Watertown the other night. Coach Agee's got to be excited to get some contributions, not just from Barnes, but from some other freshmen on this team. He's going to have them step up this year because, much like the girls, a lot of youth on this DeKalb County Tiger team.
There is, and we talked about this on our podcast. It's a team almost in transition. Even though you have 3 seniors, you've got a junior, and then Coach Agee's trying to work a mix of these young guys like you talk about, Barnes and a couple of others, those young guys for DeKalb. So it's almost like who JP is going to need to be filling up, and getting these opportunities. And again, Parker, speaking of him, he went scoreless last time, November 30th at Cannon County.
Looking at Cannon County, they've got an outstanding freshman. You've talked to me a lot about him and Miles Alexander. This is a young man that Cannon County's very excited about. They've got a good veteran lineup around him. 2 juniors, 2 seniors start. But here's Alexander, this freshman. He's come out and had a big impact on this Lion team early in the season.
He had 6 points the last time that these two met in Woodbury. I think he was inserted in the starting lineup right out of the gate. It's someone they have anticipated, them being Cannon County Woodbury, has anticipated him hitting the floor once he gets to the high school. He's done that, watched him play. He handles the ball like a junior or a senior with tons of experience under his belt, and really it's very limited.
And no, they're very excited about him, and rightfully so. And I want to brag on Jared Nave, their coach, a little bit in his 3rd season. Kind of like a Joey Agee. Played at Cannon County, did Jared. Was it just one of those scrappy, tough ball players, always, would be able to hit the big shot, make a big play. And I think he's bringing that energy and enthusiasm. When you can get a hometown boy, Coach, that loves his team and wants to come back home and coach, I think that's really huge. And Coach Nave is doing some great things at Cannon County.
He was an assistant out of college at Cannon. Then he spent some time a couple years over at Laverne, I believe, before coming back and being the head coach here. I was very impressed talking with him and his philosophy in like 30 minutes. Understanding his concept and what he wants his players to do and how he's going to break teams down.
Yeah.
He didn't go into details, but he's like, hey, we're going to put clamps on Jordan Parker again and make someone else beat us. And, of course, that could be a Barnes. That could be a John Hendricks.
Of course, if you put a football in Jordan Parker's hands, it might be a different story. But it's going to be interesting to see how they do match up with the Tigers tonight. And I want to talk about Joey Agee and Cody Randolph, a couple of DeKalb guys that were exceptional players during their time on the hardwood. Coach Agee coached for the DeKalb Saints for many years, took some time away from basketball, and came back as head coach 3 years ago. And Cody Randolph played a little more recently. A young man that just shot the lights out when he played here at DeKalb County. And I think they work well together. Joey's kind of a little of that old school mentality. Cody's a little more the up-to-date kind of game. They've worked well together, and I think they're doing a phenomenal job.
I'm not sure of the time frame of how they overlap as far as playing together or what that age difference is. I really don't. But Joey is not a Bobby Knight. He's not going to get in the players' faces and just really chomp down on them like we've seen some high school coaches do. That's just, to me, really out of place. But I think those two, Cody Randolph, Joey Agee, work great together. The 2nd year with this program, I believe. Third year. And, they had some work to do when they got here. Now you're looking at 3 seniors and a junior, and it's time for them to make a little bit of noise.
And they got a lot of freshmen. I think about 12 people among this freshman class, and a lot of kids with a lot of promise. And there's going to be another big group of 8th graders coming up next year. This is going to be a young team again next year, Coach, but they're going to have a whole lot of athletes with a whole lot of promise coming up these next few years.
They're going to need to do some fundraising because I think they have 11 freshmen on this team. You're looking at a good group of 8th graders. You're only graduating 3 or 4, so we're looking at 35 or 40 on the roster. We're going to have a varsity, a JV, and a 9th grade team running for DeKalb. But there's going to be a lot of bodies for Agee and Randolph to work with, and a lot of promise coming up, like you say.
Coach, it's a special night here at DCHS as well. In between games, we're going to stop and have a ceremony tonight. I'm going to be emceeing that ceremony as we officially unveil the Harold Luna Court, the former DeKalb County High School coach who coached from 1964 to 1984. Unfortunately, Coach Luna passed away in 2022. Members of his family are going to be here tonight. I know his son Rocky is going to be here, and he's going to speak. In fact, he's going to join us at halftime of the boys' game and share some of his memories with us. looking forward to that. But a special night, and I just saw Danny Bond walk by, and I know that means a lot to him because Coach Luna was one of his mentors.
There are going to be a ton of players from DeKalb County. I've already seen Justin Hooper. I've already seen Jake Noakes. A lot of the former players of Luna and players that just know of him, that played after him, that are going to be here tonight showing their support for Coach Luna.
You know, when I first started covering sports in DeKalb County, one of the first names you learn is Harold Luna. And, of course, it had been about a decade since he had coached, but heard all about him, all those great stories, and just looking forward to being part of that coming up between the two games. All right, we're getting set for the anthem. We're going to let you hear from our exclusive sponsor tonight, Liberty State Bank. We'll come back with the opening tip, starting lineups, and more. This is DeKalb County High School basketball on the Blitz Sports Network.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Liberty State Bank believes in the power of investing in local businesses, fueling growth and prosperity within the communities we serve. We're not just a bank, we're your partners in growth. And dedicated local experts, we empower businesses and individuals to reach their full potential. When you choose Liberty State Bank, you're choosing to invest in your community's dreams. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Back here at the DeKalb County High School Gymnasium, Daniel Leslie, our producer, pushing all the buttons tonight. Kelly's off coaching basketball. You imagine that. She had to go coach her team and couldn't come hang out with us tonight. And Casey's
priorities.
She's at the West School game. Casey's at the middle school game. And if Casey happens to be watching, he wants to text us some middle school updates. We'd be happy to pass those along to our viewers and try to keep up with just as much as we possibly can tonight.
Do I need to go get their heads out of my car and bring them up here with us? We can have a photo shoot again.
We might just have to do that. Getting set for Cannon County and DeKalb County, you know, Sunday afternoon, I usually, church and watch a little football, take a nap. I spent all day yesterday working on this series. I actually had some of it that I've worked on over the years, but I decided just to change it all up, go Excel spreadsheet and do all that kind of stuff and kind of update records. I don't have everything, Coach, but as far back on the girls' side, going back to, and I've got the wrong sheet here. Give me a second to find it, but back to the 1976-77 season. That's as far back as I've got on the girls right now. These two teams have played 99 times since then, but now some of those could be missing. I've got to say that some of the sources I've had maybe did not have all of the scores, but I've got the majority of them. Cannon County leads in those 99 games 70-29. So it's kind of been a one-sided series over the years. Of course, we all know about Cannon County's great history in basketball, the 1989 team that won state with Julie Powell and that great group. So a lot of tradition over the years in Woodbury. Robert A. Harris, the Hall of Fame coach. But this has always been such a fun rivalry.
It really has, and I remember finally traveling to some ball games and coming in and watching at home or going to Woodbury, and the excitement when it finally happened for the first time in forever that the Lady Tigers got a victory over Cannon County. Like you talked about, there have been like 11 games, in that series that DeKalb won. which is kind of rare and very unique because it's been a series primarily dominated by the Lionettes.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for each team tonight. Cannon County, again, the experience will go on their side a bit. Boy, it's loud in here, ain't it, Coach? As the Lionettes, thank you. That helps a whole lot. We'll start Addie King at guard, a senior. You also have the senior Abilene Teeter at guard. Point guard is a junior, Abby Alexander, and in the front court, Jalen Taylor, a 5'8 junior. And your post is a 5'9 senior, Liv Prater on that DeKalb County side. One senior in the starting lineup, and that's Avery Agee, who will spend a lot of time on the wing tonight. You've got Allie Melton at junior. Chloe Van Vranken gives you the most size you've got in your starting lineup. Van Vranken will start at 4 tonight. Jordan Agee is your point guard. And Brooklyn Fusen, the sophomore, also in the starting lineup. Brandy Alley in her 3rd season as the head basketball coach of the DeKalb Lady Tigers. David Walla is her assistant, while Ashley J. Patrick, the head coach, as you mentioned, at Cannon County. Jesse Owen and Kendall Smith are the assistants. As you look out on the court, DeKalb County in the home white. The visiting maroon uniforms for Cannon County. And here we go, basketball action tonight in Smithville here on the DC Blitz Sports Network. DeKalb County will control the tip, and it's going to come to Agee right away. And we're going to get a quick hand check foul here, Coach. And could this be indicative of what we may see tonight? Is Abby Alexander, that hand check is going to be the very first foul just a few seconds into the game, and we've already got clock issues as the the officials are finally going to check it, unless I blacked out and we're already down to 10.3 seconds. And that got me a quick nap in there. We're going to have to stop. There we go. Now they got it at 7:55. But I'm going to be interested to see if they're going to be kind of hands-off tonight with the officiating.
If they're going to call it that tight, I think that really helps. DeKalb County got a little bit. It's going to have to soften up this man pressure from Cannon County.
Melton's going to bring the ball up near the logo. Leaves it off on the far side. Cab running their motion offense. A little runner there's not going to go. Flipped up and off by Agee. That's Jordan Agee. The 2 Agee sisters, one senior, one freshman, had a chance to sit down with them on the blitz this past Saturday morning, and it was a lot of fun. Oh, nice ball move, but Cannon County's going to go inside and find the post. That's Liv Prater. Prater up with the first bucket of the basketball game.
If you're watching this Cannon County defense, how they are going to play against greens and picks, if certain people that have the skill to take it to the hole like Chloe, and that was off the mark, they're going to go over the top and chase her down and make her take it to, or try to keep her from getting to the rim. Someone who's just a spot shooter, they're going to go over the top and try to force her off her spot.
Lionettes try to go coast to coast. Prater keeps it alive off the miss. Kick from the outside. 3 is up and no good by Teeter. And DeKalb County will have it. That's going to be a battle in the post tonight. Working against 5'9 senior Liv Prater. Again, DeKalb is not a team blessed with a whole lot of size, as Jordan Agee brings it up and will leave it off on the far side with Avery Agee. Melton catches, shoots up top. That's going to be well short. Out of bounds. Will give the basketball back to Cannon County. 6:31 on the first period clock, just underway in this longtime border rivalry. The biggest change, these two teams are no longer in a district together, is DeKalb County in 3A and Cannon County now in 2A. They're in District 9 2A, as a matter of fact, while DeKalb County sits in District 7 3A. Shot up off the glass is no good by Teeter, and the rebound taken away by the Lady Tigers.
Cannon's had a couple of good looks at the rim and have not been able to finish.
Melton's going to fire it up. Free throw line jumpers on the way up and good. That's Fusen, Brooklyn Fusen. The sophomore gets DeKalb County on the board, and it's now, did they rule out a 3 as there's going to be a foul. And we will get the second foul call of the ball game. We got 3 on the board here, and the foul's going to go against Van Vranken. This is going to be free throws coming up here for Cannon County.
Well, Jeremy Hass is on your scoreboard.
Jeremy's got a lot of years experience running scoreboards as the shot up. I didn't see the official motion 3. That's why I was wondering. First free throw no good by Teeter, and she will get another. Teeter, second shot up and good. And, well, Cannon's got 3, and DeKalb's got 2 or 3. We'll go with the scoreboard until otherwise notified.
We think we're tied right now.
We think we're tied. We'll take it. Ball in the front court. And Prater's going to come out and pressure Melton. Melton now double teamed into trouble. She's going to throw it up for grabs. It's slapped out of bounds. They're going to say Avery Agee went through Alexander basically to slap the ball away, and it'll be Lionette basketball.
Little pressure off of that screen. Defender came across the top of that, really forced the ball handler to try to give the ball up.
We've had 5.5 minutes here in the first period. Now they got the DeKalb score back at 2. So 3-2, Cannon County with the lead based on the free throw. Stop, jump shot up short. That's going to be King. And rebound taken away by DeKalb County. Here's Jordan Agee. Agee working to get some pressure, and Agee lost it off her foot. Recovers, but she's going to fall on top of that sideline on the far side there near midcourt, and that's going to give the basketball back to the Lionettes. Pressure's wreaking a little havoc here against the Lady Tigers, as we kind of expected early on. The press really hasn't been as maybe overwhelming, Coach, as I thought it might be early on, but still it's having an effect.
I believe the press is going to be easier to set up after a made basket or a free throw as opposed to trying and slow DeKalb down off the transition of a rebound.
And we've not seen many of those, as Prater's going to miss, and Agee rakes down the rebound. Van Vranken will bring it up court. Of course, her sister Ella Van Vranken graduated after last year. She was, I believe, a 1,000-point scorer here at DeKalb County during her career. Had a fine career with the Lady Tigers. I might be off on that, but I thought she reached the 1,000-point mark. Take away Cannon County. Here on the run is Alexander. Goes coast-to-coast shot, no. She wanted a foul, won't get it. Here comes Agee streaking the opposite direction. Agee brings it out to Big Sis up top for three. Banks, clanks, no, but a foul. And that's 3 shots coming up here for Avery Agee.
Agee's a streaky shooter. She's a three-pointer. She's not one that's really going to try and dribble, drive, and force an issue at the paint or at the rim. And you do not want to give a shooter 3 free throws off of a miss.
Foul, by the way, is on Alexander. That's going to be her second, and it looks like Coach Patrick is going to go to her bench, as Agee's first free throw will not go. Pops out of the cup, no good. And we will see a pair of subs, as indeed Alexander will come out, as will Prater. We'll get the lineup changes momentarily, as Agee will get set for her second shot. Number 30 for the Lionettes, Ellie Bain, a junior. End of the game is the second free throw up and good.
And 24.
Number 24 is Miley Schwartz, a junior. First 2 subs of this basketball game for the Lionettes. Agee looking to go 2 of 3, and does. Nothing but net on that one. And DeKalb County will jump on top here for 3.
First lead change.
Yep, low-scoring affair so far, too, is that we're about to the midway point of the period. We're on pace for about an 8-6 quarter. Now we're going to get another whistle and another foul here. This one going against the double deuce, and that's Agee, who's going to pick up her first. Team foul number 2, both teams with 2. And DeKalb County some movement on the bench, as it looks like Millie Barton, the freshman, is getting up and set to check in on the next dead ball. Cannon County shot no, rebound put back.
Nice play.
And a block there. And that's going to be Van Vranken, who gets all over Teeter there. I thought there might have even been a little contact that didn't get noticed there, but got a lot of basketball at the same time. And so Barton will check in for the first time, as it will be Fusen to sit down. Cannon County up top, 3, wide open look. Banks, clanks, will not go. Barton has the rebound. Shot taken up top there by Taylor. Now Lady Tigers look to extend as Van Vranken, again struggling. Ball off of her foot, momentarily recovers, but now she's going to be called for an offensive foul.
I'm not sure if the left elbow kind of came up to try to create some space. I was thinking DeKalb's winning. They've got the ball in the front court, slow things down. Van Vranken looked like she was going to try to press the issue. I think they just need to settle things and understand what's happening in the game.
That's 2 on Chloe Van Vranken, by the way, and so that's got to be a bit of a concern for Coach Brandy Alley. Cannon County in the front court. 1 point Lady Tiger lead here. Driving shot won't go, and fighting for the rebound. Shot missed by Teeter. King able to keep it alive. And now we're going to get a timeout. An injury is
Jordan Agee's underneath the rim.
She's very much shaken up.
She did a great job of contesting the drive, got a hand on the ball, forced the bad shot, and took the brunt of the force.
She's favoring her right wrist, it looks like. And I thought for a moment maybe she had taken a shot in the midsection. Casey Agee, her mom, who's a physical therapy specialist as well, is going to go down and check. And I tell you what, now that I see Jordan coming out of the locker room, she looks more angry than she does hers. As, oh my goodness, how was that not a foul? As DeKalb might have got away with one there. Ball's going to come out. There's Fusen, who's checked back in. Now Fusen's going to be bumped and fouled, and it's getting a little chippy here, as that foul is going to go against Teeter. You missed one. That was, to me, a blatant foul under the goal there, Coach. And, well, if you're going to let one get away with it, we can do it too, and that didn't happen there.
Well, I believe we do have Cannon and DeKalb on our slate tonight.
So you're saying nothing unusual, right?
That's what we expect.
Barton catching, shooting, and she'll bury the 12-footer up and good, and DeKalb County extends to a 6-3 lead. And now official timeout here is Chloe Van Branken laces them up. Lady Tigers feeling a little energy on their end of the court as they get back defensively.
I don't think they want to get into a running match with the Lionettes. They just need to stay and keep their composure and ride this good wave out.
Yeah, keep playing their game, and they've been able to do so. And like you said, as this shot's going to go up no good, Cannon can't get in the press because they can't get any shots to go down. And that's big-time benefit to DeKalb County as they're able to get down court and set up their offense. Melton crosses the timeline. Melton to the wing. Now she'll pull up free throw line jumper. Banks clanks, won't go. Rebound's going to come out into the hands of Bain. Bain looking for help. We'll put it down, and now we'll scoop it over to Teeter. 2 minutes left in the opening period. 6-3. Lady Tigers with the advantage in the low-scoring contest.
The Cavs in a little bit of a man defense right now and got beat to the rim.
And Addie King's going to drive it in with the left hand. And now Cannon, they're not going to press even coming out of the baskets. They're going to race down court. 6-5 the new score. Van Branken across midcourt. Van Branken, and there again, kind of a touchy, chippy sort of foul there on Taylor. I get it. It's a lot less physical game as it used to be, but that's one of those to me. You almost just got to sit on that whistle until it gets just a little more aggressive than that.
It's going to be a long night.
Addison Estes now checks into the basketball game for the Lionettes as Agee. Agee will skip it to Barton. Barton pulls up off the baseline, won't go as it rolls across the front of the rim.
Estes, a freshman, getting some minutes all season long for the Lionettes.
I don't know if I agree with that call. A lot of movement there. They're going to get the offensive foul, and that's going to go against Teeter. And Coach Ashley Patrick, she's not exhibiting much in the way of emotion at the moment, but as Teeter picks up her second, I don't know that your defender's set enough to take an offensive foul there, but tough call to make. I'm glad I'm not an official.
Now here's this press by the Lionettes. Ashley Patrick is not going to be one, again, that is going to get all in the referee's, grill or whatever.
Takeaway there as swiped away by King, and then King had it poked loose. Cannon County's going to maintain, so they force another DeKalb County turnover here. 1 minute left in this opening period. 6-5 basketball game. It's been entertaining, needless to say. Driving, scoop shot up, no good, but a foul, and now Abby Alexander earns a trip to the free throw line. That courtesy of Melton, who picks up her first, team foul number 4.
Cannon's really not having any trouble getting to the rim. They're just having trouble finishing.
That's it. I mean, they're driving, but the shots just aren't going as there's a free throw up and no good. And even struggling here at the free throw line.
Now on the other side of that, DeKalb County is contesting all of the shots that are right there at the rim. Give credit.
Indeed they are, as Alexander gets 1 of 2. We'll see the press again. Melton down to the left-hand side of the court. 45 seconds left in the first period. She wants a long three. It won't go. Long rebound's going to come out to Alexander. Alexander pushing quickly up court to King. King, I think she was looking at Estes, and Estes wasn't ready for that pass and just zips by her out of bounds. Cannon will turn it over. They're going to get back in that press look at 1-2-1-1. The basketball's going to come in Jordan Agee, who's back out there. Good to see you. She's back after a bit of an injury scare a few moments ago. Agee.
Should be a last shot opportunity.
I see a little Casey Agee out there when I look at the way Jordan plays that emotion and a little grit and fire there. As that pass up, there's Avery Agee. She's going to turn, banks it off the glass. Good. Avery Agee. She's got 4 1/4. DeKalb back up with 5 seconds to go. Cannon gets down court in a hurry. They're going to get a shot up in time. No. And that's the way your first period comes to a close. A lot of physicality, several fouls, not a lot of points. At the end of one, it's DeKalb County 8, it's Cannon County 6. This is DeKalb County High School basketball on the Blitz Sports Network, presented by Liberty State Bank.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
First period of action over here at DeKalb County High School Gymnasium down on the Harold Luna court, and 8-6. No three-pointers that period made by either team. Several attempted, but again, Coach, just physical. Cannon County's had looks, can't get them to go, and DeKalb County, I think this is exactly the kind of game they want.
I think it is, but I would like to see them slow things down once they get in the front court, because this game's not going to stay like this. Cannon County will start hitting some shots, and they just need to kind of maintain what they're doing and slow the game down as much as possible.
Alexander threads a pass down to King. King down in the low post up with a shot good. And Cannon will tie things up with the first bucket of the second period. Driving, Agee leaves off Melton. Melton gets in some trouble and going to have the ball poked away. Back out there's Lip Prater, and the post is going to swipe that basketball. Here come the Lionettes on the run. King in the front court up top. She needs help. Waiting on help.
Timeout.
I thought there would have been a 5-second call for that matter. I was like you, Coach. I was waiting for maybe a timeout to be called there. Driving Alexander comes from the left side. Shot won't go. Rebound tapped out of bounds. That's Prater. And we're going to get a sub in for Cannon County as Addie King will get a breather. Jalen Taylor is going to return to the court. DeKalb County up court, played that well. It's Cannon back at the backcourt. Melton standing all alone there at midcourt. Back out Agee. Agee will rotate it to her sister up top. Avery Agee. Agee gets in some trouble. She runs into Prater. Prater, a tough defender. Ball lobbed down inside for Van Branken. Now we're going to get some hands and another foul called here. And this time it's going to go against Teeter. And Coach, for Abby Teeter, she's picked up her third personal foul, if mine is correct. Well, there's, 3. I was waiting until they got it on the scoreboard. That's big, as that's one of your senior starters now with 3 fouls.
Last time around, after one, Cannon led DeKalb 19-4.
Big difference. Shot up and good after the miss by Van Branken from 3. Melton cleans it up, puts it up and in, and it's 10-8. Alexander, nice runner up off the baseline, up and good. Abby Alexander up to her first field goal of the night. Cannon ties it again at 10-10. Van Branken working against Teeter up court. Teeter's got to be careful. And Coach Patrick is going to call, I believe, a 30-second timeout here.
How?
And
the officials claiming his bad, allowing Cannon County to call that timeout when Cannon County did not have possession of the ball.
You can't do that. Coach Alley was like, hey, just kind of like you. Can't do that. That guy's not new either. He's been around a minute or two. So it happens. Shot on the way from the corner is no good by Melton. Rebound winds up at the hands of the Lionettes.
Good job of boxing out. Anytime that ball rebound's going to hit the floor, you've done a good job of boxing.
Ellie Bain off on the shot, and pinballs its way out of bounds. Now we're going to see Milton get a breather, and Millie Barton's going to check back in for DeKalb County. Miley Schwartz, by the way, 24, is back out for Cannon County. She'd subbed in earlier and is now back out on the court. King starts out picking up Van Vranken. Van Vranken up to midcourt. 10-10 all tied up, 5:50 to go till halftime. Shot off the mark, no good, and the rebound's going to be swept away here by the Lionettes. Prater up court, Alexander, she's going to drive. Oh, nice little stutter step right there past Agee. Shot no, rebound no good. Cannon cannot buy one underneath. Now here comes Van Vranken. Van Vranken steps back, thought about a three. Instead now will give it up. That's Fusen. Fusen will leave it off for Van Vranken. Van Vranken looks, drive shot, a lot of contact there, no whistle. And Prater gets the rebound.
And I don't understand, hey, we're going to let them play, and then we're going to be ticky-tacky.
One or the other. Nice drive from the left-hand side. That's Miley Schwartz. Cannon County already with more field goals than they had in the first period. Now they've got the lead back at 12-10. Van Vranken crosses midcourt here for the Lady Tigers. Steps back, glanced at the three, now goes cross-court, dangerous pass, and it's going to be picked away. Alexander with a beautiful spin move. Alexander to paint, shot up and good. And you may be to a point, yeah, I was about to say it's about time for a timeout for DeKalb County. And indeed, the Lady Tigers will take one, doing so with 4:43 left to play here in this second period. Our first basketball broadcast on the DC Blitz Sports Network tonight, sponsored exclusively by Liberty State Bank. I want to thank Casey Midget, who rounded up our sponsor for tonight. A big thanks to Liberty State Bank for stepping in. Of course, they now a branch of Citizens Bank of Lafayette, and being our sponsor for tonight. Coach, the first of two live stream broadcasts for us this week. We're going to be over at Smith County Middle School coming up on Saturday as the West School Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs will be participating in the Smith County Middle School Tournament. And we'll be there for not just that, only that, but the DC Blitz as well.
Looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it. We are waiting to hear back from Kelly. We're going to try to get Coach Danny Parkerson to join us as part of our Legends series. And Kelly's supposed to be trying to make that happen. She said she don't know if we'll be able to get him to stop talking.
Speaking of legends, I just saw Kevin James walk up the stairway there. He's got his jersey or his number retired. I guess the jersey retired.
He'd be a great halftime interview.
Oh, he'd do a great job with it.
Fantastic. We'll try to send some smoke signals down there. Coming out the timeout, here comes Van Vranken. And I think DeKalb really needed that timeout there, Coach. You don't want to let it get out of hand, and Cannon's starting to get a bit of momentum going.
No, I think it's a great use of a timeout to kind of stop that momentum and reset your offense and your defense.
Ball's going to be knocked away. DeKalb County will maintain possession. Both Agees out along with Barton, Van Vranken, and Fusen. The five on the floor here for DeKalb County. Schwartz for Cannon County, Prater, Alexander, and also out there is King. I believe Teeter finally went to the bench after picking up those third fouls. The third foul, I'm sorry. Ball in the corner, three on the way by Agee is no good. DeKalb has yet to make a three. In fact, neither team still has made a three in the basketball game. And now we got a loose ball foul. That's going to go against Liv Prater. That's 7. And that should be free throws if my count is correct. Okay, Daniel, our producer's telling us that that's been changed. So we may have to regroup on fouls there. DeKalb still has possession, but Jordan Agee lost it off her foot out of bounds. And a turnover there, so we'll see Melton check back in, and might be a good time for Agee to go sit down for a moment. She's very high-strung.
and you like that at times, but there's times where you really got to check that and get back to focusing on your job on the floor.
She is a freshman, and again, I see a lot of Casey. I remember when Casey played. I see a lot of that. As shot, Alexander, a little runner from 12 won't go. And my goodness.
Wow.
I got to call that a jump ball. And Melton tying it up there with Schwartz, and the possession arrow goes to DeKalb County with 3:27 left till halftime.
here recently, Cannon County has been able to set up their press, gone to it quite a bit more than they did to start the game.
Daniel was telling me that the fouls now reset at the start of every quarter. That must be new, because that used to not be the case. I haven't called a game in a minute, I guess. That's something that has changed, as it used to be 7 fouls and a half, and that led to bonus free throws. So that's a big change. A foul, by the way, on Addie King there on Cannon County in that last whistle. Shot Avery Agee. Agee's really yet to get going. Rebound fed over to Van Vranken, and Van Vranken will bank it up off the glass and good. That's her first bucket of the basketball game. DeKalb County back to within 2.
DeKalb County has matched its halftime output from Woodbury about a week ago.
Barton with a shot on Prater. A block on Prater's shot. Here comes Van Vranken. Van Vranken's going to step back long 2, won't go. And rebound taken away, Alexander on the run. Alexander leading the charge up the court. She's going to go all the way. Shot no.
Kind of a forced look.
Yeah, I think she should have maybe taken that a little more and tried to get the contact there. Seemed to rush that shot just a bit. Van Vranken for DeKalb County. Melton. Nearing the 2-minute mark, remaining until halftime. Agee is going to be fouled. Well, it's probably a good thing that they reset the fouls. We've had plenty of them thus far. This one's going to go against Miley Schwartz. And they're going to say that's number 2 on Schwartz. I had missed one on her. And now we see Agee to the free throw line for the second time tonight. Shot is up and good. She now has 5. DeKalb County back to within a point with 2:15 left to play till the half. Game 1 of our doubleheader, and again a special ceremony in between games tonight as Agee misses the second, honoring the late coach Harold Luna, whom the court has been named after here at DeKalb County High School. Cannon will get in the half court, set up the offense here, pass on the near side, Taylor. Prater, cross court, Alexander. She wants a 3 from the wing, won't go. Tip, and Melton's going to come away with a rebound. 2-on-2 numbers here. She's going to slow it down. Ball to Van Vranken. Van Vranken stands, holds, waits. 1:45 left till halftime. Van Vranken. Cannon has been in this man look, of course, throughout the course of the game. We've seen a bit of 1-2-1-1 press. Probably not as much as I expected, but again, we've not seen a lot of buckets made and given them the opportunity to settle into it. Oh, Melton had one just round the rim and out. And on the rebound, well, they're going to call a foul here. They're going to say a loose ball foul on Abby Alexander. Coach, that's 3 on Alexander, along with 3 on Teeter. That's the problems here for Coach Patrick for Cannon County.
Schwartz is coming back in. Alexander's trying to explain her case.
Agee to the line, free throw up and good. Agee's earned all her points from the charity stripe thus far. That's 6, and we're tied again.
Don't put a shooter on the line if she's struggling.
And Agee certainly is the shooter. 5 is double bonus now, okay? Daniel's telling me, yeah, these have been some rule changes I was unaware of. My apologies, I should know these things. Second one up and good, and so it's 15-14. DeKalb County's now lunged back out top on a 5-0 run here with now 80 seconds left to play till halftime. And a close one all the way between these two long-time border rivals. Pass winds up in the hands of Barton. Barton's outlet pass winds up in the hands of the officials, but apparently a Lionette tapped it on the way out.
Coach Patrick talked about how they are not, Lionettes being a great shooting team, so they're needing to finish at the rim. Haven't had a lot of success tonight.
Basketball comes into Melton as we wind down to 1 minute left until the intermission. 1-point game. DeKalb County with the lead. Ball in the front court. Pass was intended for Van Vranken, slapped out of bounds, and Van Vranken the last to touch it. King deflected it, but Van Vranken got a hand on it. And it's Cannon County basketball with a chance to reclaim the lead with 50 seconds left to the intermission. Driving, looking, King takes it all the way, foul. And she'll go to the line for free throws. Addie King, who's got 4 points, will look to add to that.
Were you keeping up with fouls at the end of the first quarter?
Yes.
For both teams? I'm just kind of looking up. That's the first one in this quarter for DeKalb.
Yep, they had 4 in the first period. First one here in the second. Free throw up and good. This is the third time Cannon County's been to the free throw line tonight. Cannon County has a total of 11 fouls in the game thus far. Free throw up good. King knocks them both down, and Cannon County's going to jump back out front by a point with 42 seconds left till the break. Van Vranken into the front court. DeKalb could have the option to try to hold on, but some pressure here as Addison Estes is getting out there. And
I'm going to get a timeout.
30-second timeout is going to be called here by Coach Brandy Alley. She wants to set something up here, and I dare say DeKalb County more than likely wants to run it out and try to get one final shot. Kevin James has agreed to join us at the half, thanks to some multitasking here by Coach Vance. Calling the game and lining up interviews. Man, you got this basketball thing down here, Coach.
Well, I'm probably not doing a good job on color, but I can spot a former player and recruit.
Well, at least you know, at least all the new rules are not going over your head like they are me. So we're getting by. We're getting by. And Kevin's coming on up. We'll be looking forward to talking to him here in just a few moments. As DeKalb County out of the timeout will inbound the basketball. Van Vranken with 25 seconds left. Well, maybe they're not going to hold it for one final shot because Van Vranken coughs it up. Basketball in the hands of Addie King. King picked up Jordan Agee. And Agee's going to be whistled for a foul. Little reach in there. And, yep, there again. You get people just slamming into one another, nothing. And then you get a little reach in, and there's a foul.
As long as they're consistent.
Consistently
with their inconsistent.
Yes. 7 seconds. Cannon County wants to get one final shot off before halftime. They got 3 seconds. Ball into Prater. Prater's pass is deflected. Ball out of bounds. And that's the way the first half will come to a close. Low-scoring affair in Smithville tonight. Again, we've said all night that would benefit DeKalb County. Cannon County's really not been able to get into a transition game thus far. And as the two teams go into the locker room at the break, it's your score. The Cannon County Lionettes 16, the DeKalb County Lady Tigers 15. We will break for just a moment. When we come back, Kevin James, legendary DeKalb County High School Tiger basketball player, will join us. This is DeKalb County High School basketball presented by Liberty State Bank on the Blitz Sports Network.
Since 1904, Liberty State Bank has been an integral part of our community. For 120 years, Liberty State Bank has been helping families become homeowners for the first time. Young people purchase that first car or achieve that college degree, and businesses grow from the ground up. Liberty State Bank is not simply a financial institution. We are your trusted friends, your neighbors, someone you have come to rely on for well over a century. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Where do you go when times get somewhat troubled in life? You go to see a trusted friend, someone you know cares about the struggles you may be dealing with. That's what Liberty State Bank has been in DeKalb County for 120 years. A trusted friend, someone you can reach out to when times are hard. With a variety of services to offer, we can sit down and help you navigate through even the harshest of conditions. And when you're back on your feet and life is great, we will still be there, cheering you on and providing help whenever you need it. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Back at the half at DeKalb County High School Gymnasium as the score at the intermission, Cannon County 16 and DeKalb County 15. We'll get back more into the game in the halftime stats and more coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, we want to say hello to Kevin James, a former DeKalb County High School Tiger basketball player who's actually got a banner hanging up in this place here from 1976 to 1980. Kevin, I know I hear these stats over the years. Where do you rank as in the all-time scoring list?
I finished second.
Okay.
I broke my hand second game of my senior year.
Yeah.
And I missed about half that season. And Danny Fouch and I were neck and neck
Yeah.
that whole time. And I was hoping to catch him, but, I finished second to a really good player.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And what a great era of basketball that was. What's maybe a super fond memory from that era that really stands out? And I know you probably got a lot, but something that really does stand out maybe above the rest.
A lot of good players preceded me, and Coach Luna really had things rolling. Jerry Foster and some other people. I forget, I don't know, 15 years in a row, they won 20-something games, and he always scheduled, if we weren't playing a district game, it was a AAA team.
Yeah.
We tried to get better. But, we were beating those teams also.
Yeah.
But just remembering the crowds, I don't know if you were around, but, the seats here in the gym used to go from the floor all the way up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get here by 6 or 6:15, you weren't going to get a seat.
It was packed, and I know I don't specifically I remember the bleachers up here on the mezzanine level, but I wasn't around those days. I was too young to remember, but I've seen tons of photos during my time at the Smithville Review, and you could see the crowds. I mean, it almost looked like, Kevin, they were right off the baseline. They were so close.
Oh, they were. A lot of times they would be standing out the doors. That was the lunchroom back then, right outside these doors. And they would be standing out there because they couldn't get any more in the seats or around the court. But I think a lot of that had to do, though, you only got one college basketball game on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So there wasn't games during the week. So high school basketball and football, it was what everybody in the towns around here went to.
What made Coach Luna a special coach in your mind?
He knew how to win. I mean, he pushed you hard. He expected a lot of you. But, and there was just – it's hard to really pinpoint. He didn't spend as much time on the fundamentals because he had Coach Braswell in the middle school.
Oh, yeah.
By the time they got up here, people knew how to dribble, pass, and shoot. Coach Luna, I've heard Jimmy Earl, who was athletic director and head coach of MTSU, say many times that he was the best floor coach he'd ever seen.
Wow.
We won so many games in just the last few seconds against teams that were better than we were. Mm-hmm. But he put us in a position, and he would call the right plays. He would draw things up in the huddle we'd never run in practice.
It just come to mind, probably.
Just to come to mind.
Yeah.
The one that really comes to mind is when I was a sophomore. We were playing Macon County in the first game of the regional tournament. They hit a shot with just a couple of seconds to go up by one.
Yeah.
And we threw a long pass that they tipped out of bounds under the goal. And back then they didn't show the 10th seconds on the clock. So it was showing all zeros, but the horn had not sounded.
Oh, wow.
So I walked over to him as I was walking down the floor because they had already stormed the floor.
Yeah.
And the referees were huddling up, and then they got him off the floor. I said, "What do you want to do?" He said, "Get everybody out of the way and throw it up above the rim." And I thought he was talking about to Danny Ford because he could out-jump everybody. But no, he was talking about Danny Fouts.
Yeah.
And they put about 3 people on Danny Fouts, and I was throwing the ball in, and I just threw it to the front of the rim, and he tipped it.
You're winning.
Wow. We tried to do that again in practice the next day with nobody guarding. It never worked with nobody guarding.
It was just that magic moment.
It was just we had several last second games like that, but it all came down to him. He instilled just the confidence, and if you were a shooter, you were expected to shoot.
Right.
If you were a rebounder, you had your individual jobs.
Sure.
And I don't think anybody really cared what their job was. You just did what it took to win.
I want to know if it's true. Did he really keep the gym that hot during basketball games?
Oh, yeah. Coach Braswell and I were just talking about it. He would have never allowed this air conditioning in here. We would practice with the heat just up as high as it would go and the doors shut. And, when we came in and played in it, we were used to it. Some of these other teams, by halftime, they couldn't take the heat anymore.
Yeah.
And it was he was a lot of fun, and I miss him, and he just did so much for sports here in DeKalb County.
Coach, I know I'm hijacking the interviews, I always do, and jump on in there.
Hey, I'm just enjoying one. You do a great job with it, and you've got more memories of the basketball from when you were growing up and when Kevin was playing. I didn't move down here until the fall of '84. was fortunate enough to coach both of his kids in golf, and from church, that's where I got to know Kevin. I've just heard of the legend, the legacy. You left here and went on to Austin Peay and played a little basketball up there, right?
I did, and some of the best memories I have, because I got to play basketball all over the country. I got to play against NBA Hall of Famers. I got to play in 2 international games, and I'm from Smithville, Tennessee. It was just a great time, and I enjoyed it. And you've been around college sports, and it was just a great time. And wish I could go back and do it over again, but the body won't allow that.
Well, I know you're living in Cookeville now, so is the appearance tonight just to kind of honor Coach Luna and that, or I know you've always kept in touch with the basketball program too.
I do. I try to come to 2 or 3 games in Smithville, but then I go to Upperman, Livingston, Sparta, those closer to Cookeville. But mostly tonight it's for Coach Luna and his family, and like I say, they meant so much to me and my family, and I wanted to be here to support Rocky and Buck tonight.
Who are some of your former teammates that you still kind of keep in touch with?
I still keep in touch with Danny Fouch, Farron Hendricks, David Fouch, Brett Curtis. I mean, we were a really close bunch, and we all grew up together, and we still try to keep in touch with each other.
That's fantastic. And I know some great memories there. I got one question I do want to ask. You were a shooter. If the three-point line had been around then, Kevin.
Well, I wish it had. I wish it had. And, when I went to college, it was the first year. It was experimental rule at Austin Peay.
Yeah.
And we were playing the first game of the year, and we were playing an international game against the Republic of China.
Oh, wow.
And I was a true freshman. I didn't get in the first half,
Yeah.
but I got in the first minute of the second half, and I shot the first 3 in Austin Peay history and made it.
Really?
I didn't shoot the first one, but I made the
You
first
made the first one. Wow.
But no, at my size, there was no reason for me to be around the goal.
Yeah.
Kevin,
we could talk and share stories. We'll have to have you back on our show one week and part of our Legend series to get more stories, because I know you have them, and we'd love to hear them. But thank you for taking a few minutes tonight, share some memories of Coach Luna and some of your playing days here at DeKalb County.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Kevin James has been our guest here at halftime as DeKalb County takes on Cannon County in the inaugural basketball telecast here on the Blitz Network. And we're starting second half action. Cannon County with the basketball, now moving left to right as we start things off in the second half. And I almost let the clock run out, Coach. I would have kept on going for a while there.
Well, he's an easy interview, and he's got a lot of great stories. Great player, and just fortunate to have him be able to come on today.
We're going to have Rocky Luna coming on at halftime of the boys' game tonight to share some of his memories of his dad. And, of course, the ceremony coming up in between games tonight, honoring late Coach Harold Luna as the court officially named in his honor tonight here at the DeKalb County High School gym.
The Lionettes are switching a lot of these screens now, and I wasn't expecting that after talking with Coach Patrick.
And it could have been something she had seen in the first half, Coach, that those halftime adjustments as we talk about. Ball out of bounds, and will stay with DeKalb County. 16-15, DeKalb County led by Avery Agee at the half with 7 points. Allie Melton, Chloe Van Branken, Brooklyn Fuson, Millie Barton, all with 2 points apiece. Addie King led Cannon County with 6, followed by Abby Alexander with 5. That shot off the mark. Rebound fought for, kept alive by Fuson. Outside, out top, Agee. And foul. Are they going to call that on the shot? Because it was kind of a box out, and I thought a brilliant sale by Agee. Now they're going to say it was after. I thought surely not in the act of shooting. There's Jalen Taylor will pick up her second personal foul.
That's a great pickup, Tom, because I was just expecting it off of the shot.
I think, again, Agee there, good job. If you're right there in front of that official and you could sell it any way you can, do it. Especially on a night like this where there's been some interesting foul calls at times. Van Branken double team, going to have her pocket picked, but the ball out of bounds. I'm going to say Van Vranken was the last to touch it. Addison Estes came in from the backside to knock the ball loose, and in the melee to recover, the ball will go out of bounds off Van Vranken. Just underway here in the third period. Score remains 16-15, which is what it was, of course, at the half in this low-scoring affair. Coach, you had mentioned it was 30-12. Cannon County last time they played over in Woodbury, so a big difference tonight. 3 is off the mark. We still have not seen a three-pointer go down tonight.
That would happen, our first broadcast. We're going to set history.
History of futility, indeed, as the pass going to be intercepted. There's King, and there were some good hands. Addie King through traffic. Now she's looking for help out to Alexander. Alexander floater in the lane short. Rebound taken away. That's Jordan Agee. Will give it up Van Vranken. Van Vranken drives in for the left side. No. Looks at the official. She wanted some contact. Won't get it. Here comes King the other way. King's going to drive into traffic. She got hammered, I thought.
I'm not sure they're going to call a foul in the paint. They're going to get ticky-tacky on the line, but we got a break.
Brandy Alley wants a timeout. We'll take one too. Liberty State Bank, our exclusive coverage of DeKalb County High School basketball here on the Blitz Network.
Where do you go when times get somewhat troubled in life? You go to see a trusted friend, someone you know cares about the struggles you may be dealing with. That's what Liberty State Bank has been in DeKalb County for 120 years. A trusted friend, someone you can reach out to when times are hard. With a variety of services to offer, we can sit down and help you navigate through even the harshest of conditions. And when you're back on your feet and life is great, we will still be there, cheering you on and providing help whenever you need it. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Score update from Avery Trace Middle School, where Avery Trace leads the DeKalb Middle School Lady Saints 15-12 at the half of the middle school game tonight, thanks to Blitz correspondent Casey Midget on the scene. Abby Teeter drive in off the glass, shot up and good, and Cannon County goes up by 3. We'll keep you posted on any scores we receive from both DeKalb Middle and DeKalb West School tonight. Shot up off the rim, won't go for Agee. Agee trying to get back in a hurry there to Estes, and going to get turnover here by the Lionettes.
Yeah, tried to push the ball up the floor pretty quick and got cut off, turned around, passed it backwards. She was already in the front court.
Millie Barton returns to the court for DeKalb County as Brooklyn Fuson will get a breather. Under 5 minutes left in the third. 3-point game. Cannon County with the lead. I'm not sure anybody, I think 4 is the largest lead we've seen tonight. That was at 14-10. Another DeKalb County turnover ball quickly up court. Good ball moved by Cannon County. King can't get it to go. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Lionettes. It'll be DC basketball.
I want Daniel to work on that little stat sheet where the shots are taken on the floor, and there's probably about 15 of them that have not fallen for the Lionettes.
Don't give him any ideas. He'll do it.
He gave me a thumbs up.
He can do it. DeKalb County. Lady Tigers looking for their first bucket here this third period. And they're going to not get it here because there's a travel, and that's a turnover. We're about midway through the third, and DeKalb has not scored in the second half.
Last 2 times, Agee is setting a screen, and Lionettes are just double teaming and leaving her wide open and not allowing the pass to come back to her.
Alexander brings it into the front court. Going to leave it off to Prater. Prater give and a travel as Teeter took off for putting down the dribble. Fuson is back in. And now Melton will sit. DeKalb going with a smidge more size here. And again, this is not a big DeKalb County team anyway. We've seen a lot of Millie Barton tonight in battles down low with Prater. Ball out. Here's a 3 by Jordan Agee. No, still no three-pointers tonight. And over the back foul call here. What I don't like about that, yes, it's the right call, but the wrong official made the call. The guy standing right in front of the play needs to make the call, Coach.
Note to self.
18-15 is the score. Cannon trying to extend the lead here. Alexander to King. And they'll come back up top. Ellie Bain is back out on the court. Bain is checked in to spell Prater. Bain drives, banks, clanks, no good. Tip, hip. Who's got it? Fusen. Fusen comes away, and here's Avery Agee. Agee has only one field goal tonight. She's done most of her damage at the free throw line. DeKalb County in the first half was 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. 5 of their 15 points, in fact, came from there, and they're still stuck on 15. And they're still stuck on 15. Agee misses, gets her own rebound. She's down. That's a travel.
I think they might have missed the foul, but they get the travel.
They'll get the travel for sure. I think you see a little frustration here. Both sides, both teams. Just this is a frustrating kind of ball game. Shots won't go. The foul situation, just different things. 3 on the way is no good. Rebound taken away by Barton. Van Vranken to work it up court. 2:50 left in the third. DeKalb County looking for their first second half points. In fact, Cannon's only scored 2. Nice ball movement there.
Oh.
Van Vranken's going to be fouled.
I think this is a game where the Lady Tigers, hey, we got beat by 33-34 last time. We're not going to let that happen. We're going to make some adjustments. Lionettes come in. We beat you by 33-34 and expecting kind of a rollover.
Yeah.
And the exact opposite has happened.
Second foul there on King, and Van Vranken can't get a free throw to go. She's got 2 tonight. The DeKalb still can't break the ice here in the third. Still can't break the ice here in the third. And that ball's out of bounds. DeKalb County ball. I thought certainly they were going to whistle that off Bain, and they did.
I thought he was going to point the other direction.
I think he started to. And the basketball will go back to DeKalb County along the baseline. Here's Avery Agee. Looking. Skips it in Van Vranken. Van Vranken in some traffic. Heave-hose it up there, won't go. Rebound Bain, pushing it up court. Teeter spinning, looking, trouble, traffic. Whoa. Brings it out of there. Swings it on around. There's a 3 on the way. That's going to be up and short by Estes. Long rebound comes out Van Vranken. We've had 2 points in the third period. 18-15 is the score. 25 might win this game.
20 might win this game.
Van Vranken out near midcourt. Feeds it off the corner. Fusen for 3. No. Rebound tipped. Here's Jordan Agee, and Agee's going to be fouled. Agee with some aggressiveness to the bucket.
Kind of a granny shot right there.
A little harken back to days gone by. As it'll be a foul against Ellie Bain, and Bain's going to pick up her first. Team foul number 3, and Van Vranken finally, Agee rather, gets the third period goose egg off the board for DeKalb County with a free throw up and good. It's a 2-point game.
Jordan Agee.
Jordan will get set for the second toss. 1:59 left in the third. It's good. She'll get them both. And that's actually Jordan Agee's first points of the night. And DeKalb County back to within a point at 18-17 with 1:55 left here in this third period. King will rotate up top. Quickly ball pushed around. King on the far side. 3 on the way. Check that at Taylor with the miss. Rebound taken by Cannon, and Coach Patrick wants a 30-second timeout here. A little bit of trouble in traffic, and probably good just to slow things down. In fact, you know, a full timeout might not have even been bad at this point, just to kind of regroup a little, Coach, because this has been a kind of a frustrating period for both of these basketball teams.
The only time that the Lady Tigers are extending that defense is towards the shooter. Everyone else is packed, and they've got a foot in the paint, and really just challenging Cannon to hit that outside shot, and they've not been able to do it all night. Now, I don't think you change anything at all if you're Coach Alley.
And Lionettes will inbound the basketball. Schwartz along the baseline. And what? We'll get a whistle, and I think we're going to get a foul before the inbound. Indeed we are, and it's Jordan Agee. Jordan Agee gets her second, and that is team foul number 2 on DeKalb County in this third period. And so Schwartz will try it again. 1 point line at lead. King with a pull-up jumper, no good, and the ball tipped out of bounds. Brader, who's checked back in, the last to touch it, and it'll be DeKalb County basketball. 92 seconds left in this third period. We've seen 4 points scored, 2 by each team. Agee across the timeline. She'll leave it off. Van Branken launches a three. There it is. There it is. Chloe Van Branken nails it from downtown. That's our first three-pointer tonight.
And I believe that's the largest lead of the game by either team.
Nope, Cannon's led by 4.
I thought she hit a 3.
She did.
Okay.
18-17.
I was backwards on the scores.
Now here comes Van Branken with a takeaway. Van Branken's going to be fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line as DeKalb County. A little bit of a spurt here, getting some momentum going. It'll be 22 King who's going to pick up her third. And now you got King, Teeter, and Alexander all nursing 3 fouls for the Cannon County Lionettes. We're right at 1 minute left in this third period. Van Branken shot up and good. She'll get another. Van Branken now with 6, and that 3 was big. Got these fans lit up a little bit as well. Second shot good. And, Coach, I do believe this matches the largest lead of the basketball game, and it's DeKalb County's largest lead of the ball game now at 4 points.
Yeah, I was dyslexic. I thought it was going to be a 5-point lead off the 3 that they had the 2-point lead to start.
I do it all the time. Don't feel bad. The shot, no good, but rebounding, staying with it. Lionettes bring it out for Schwartz for a 3. No. King gets a rebound, and she's going to be fouled underneath. And Cannon County tough on the boards, trying those second chance opportunities, and Millie Barton's going to be whistled for her third foul. She becomes the first Lady Tiger to pick up foul number 3. Ball skipped in Prater. Prater spinning. She walked, and there it is. And basketball back to DeKalb County with 37.8 seconds left. Well, if you love grinded out football like that, this is your kind of game. Now you like these defensive, struggles, battles. It's a little different basketball, Coach.
It is.
3 in it out for Agee. Fierce on the putback. No. Barton to putback. Yes. Millie Barton. 24-18. Lady Tiger lead at 6. Now Barton's going to come back and foul the other end. That's her 4th. DeKalb County on a 8-0 run here after being shut completely out for the majority of this third period. They've shook loose for 8 points to open up a 6-point lead. Free throw is short by King.
Lionettes trying to get that defensive rebound. They're just getting pushed too close underneath the rim to get the rebound, and they're bouncing back out to the white jerseys.
Barton checks out with those 4 fouls as Melton is back in. Second free throw is good for King. That'll stop DeKalb County's 8-0 run. 10 seconds left as DeKalb would like to hold for one final shot. Driving Van Branken from the left-hand side. Yes, takes it all the way. She's got 7 in the quarter. Cannon County will try to get one off. No, they will not in time. And we are finished with 3 periods of play. DeKalb County closes the third period on a 10-2 run, and they lead 26-19 headed to the 4th period. You're watching DeKalb County High School basketball presented by Liberty State Bank on the Blitz Sports Network.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
26-19 is the score. Chloe Van Branken, 7 points in the period. Coach, it all started with that 3-pointer she hit from out top of the key, and that really ignited the Lady Tigers and ignited this crowd as well.
Well, talking with Joey Agee before our broadcast, and he's talking about the confidence in his guys. Hit one shot, a deep 3.
Yeah.
Van Branken gets going. Momentum shifts to the white. Finished out to be a good quarter.
Good quarter, and can they maintain it here in the fourth? That's going to be the big question. Van Vranken, by the way, leading all scorers now with 9 points in this basketball game. She with the ball to open things up in this fourth period. Jordan Agee out top. And DeKalb County, they will not be afraid to run a little clock and wait for a good shot. They'll get a good one there, but it just won't go. Houston had a good look there at the free throw line.
Now defensively for the Lionettes, you're looking at several girls with 3 fouls, and that could be part of why Van Vranken is able to take it and drive it to the hole.
Ellie Bain's going to drive it to the hole, and she's going to draw some contact and will earn a trip to the free throw line. That's going to be courtesy of Jordan Agee getting her 3rd personal foul. 3 for Agee and 4 for Barton. As the free throw rattles out, will not go down there for Ellie Bain. Cannon County is 5 of 9 from the charity stripe. Second one won't go. But there's a rebound and put back. And Teeter is going to follow it up with a bucket. Now it's a 5-point game. 26-21. Cab working. Milton, 3. Good. Uh-oh. If they get hot from outside, Cannon County's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Lady Tigers up 8. 29-21.
The Lionettes have not shown the ability to hit anything from outside, and it's going to be a tough night if they've got to go back inside.
Teeter working with the ball up top. Drives, gets in some traffic, will kick it out, leaves it off for a shot off the wing up by Schwartz, won't go, and now we'll get a loose ball foul that's going to go, I believe, against DeKalb County. And it will be in the act of shooting, actually, going to say, and it's going to go against Fusen. And that's just the first foul tonight on Fusen. King, free throw up and good. King is 4 of 5 from the charity stripe tonight. She leads Cannon County with 8 points. Lead is 7, lead is 6. Second one up and good. That's what you expect from a senior coach, a senior leader. Go up there, ice water in their veins, and knock down them free throws. Van Vranken for DeKalb County. Back in her way, spins, shot up, in and out, won't go. Rebound Lionettes. I think DeKalb County's got to be a little more patient on those possessions.
Yeah, Van Vranken's feeling a lot of confidence, driving it to the rim and being able to finish here recently. Like you said, I think they can slow things down with this lead and kind of milk it.
King drives in, had a good look, won't go. Rebound yanked down by Van Vranken. Bounce pass will go back to Van Vranken from Agee. She'll bring it across the timeline. Coach Alley may be preaching, hey, let's slow it down, let's get good shots. It's not rush, no need to, up 6. 5:50 left in regulation. Milton with the basketball out near midcourt, going to work her way through traffic. There's Van Vranken for another 3, that one's short. Rebound fought for and taken away Alexander. Alexander's pass up court, though, intercepted. Agee steps right in front of Teeter and takes it away. Van Vranken inside Fusen. Fusen battling. And she's going to have it stolen away. Now trying to get it back was Agee, and she's going to commit the foul, and that's bad news for DeKalb County. Coach Jordan Agee now has 4 fouls.
Millie Barton checking back in. She did a great job controlling the boards for DeKalb for a little bit.
Here's where you're handcuffed a bit. You've got 2 players out there with 4 fouls in Barton and Agee now, and you really can't afford to lose either one of them.
And the Lionettes are a team that would rather slash than sit out there and try and shoot the 3.
Going into motion, step up Teeter, free throw line jumper, good. Teeter with a nice look, knocks it down. She's got 7, and the lead now down to 4.
Jordan Agee has something wrong with her right hand. I don't know if she's jammed a finger.
29-25 as Melton up court. Melton trying to lob it. That's an ill-advised pass there. Was trying to get it down to Van Vranken. King thought it went out on Van Vranken, but it's going to be ruled DeKalb County ball. We're kind of shielded by the student section from that little particular corner of the court. 4:47 left in this basketball game, in regulation anyway. Agee's pass, oh my. King just stepped right in front of that. King takes it all the way, shot no. Rebound Taken away by Barton. Had a good look, good opportunity. Now the Lady Tigers bringing it back. Slowing it down a bit. Here's Melton. Oh, Melton's going to have her pocket pick.
Wow.
What a steal. Nice one by Alexander. Alexander shot, yes, and a foul.
Huge play.
Big.
What was 8 has the potential to be down to 1.
Now Melton expressing some frustration there as she's talking with AG there for a moment. And she's going to check back out. That's 2 fouls on Melton. She's going to come back out of the game, and Houston's going to return. That's a big, big momentum swing there for Cannon County. As that free throw's good, and Alexander is going to make this a 1-point game. And again, I'm thinking timeout may be needed here for DeKalb County. And
there you go, right on cue.
Right on cue.
You're in the wrong position.
I've watched enough of these to know, I think. 4:26 left in regulation. Cannon County's back to within a point. DeKalb County holding on, 29-28. This is DeKalb County High School basketball, presented by Liberty State Bank on the Blitz Sports Network.
Liberty State Bank believes in the power of investing in local businesses, fueling growth and prosperity within the communities we serve. We're not just a bank, we're your partners in growth. With tailored financial solutions and dedicated local experts, we empower businesses and individuals to reach their full potential. When you choose Liberty State Bank, you're choosing to invest in your community's dreams. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Update from Avery Trace Middle School, a 16-2 third period run helps the Lady Red Raiders take a 37-23 lead over the Lady Saints, and that's been one of the things for the Lady Saints, man. They'll fight. They'll have 3 good quarters, and that one period just seems to get them. And tonight it's that third that doesn't mean it was 15-12 there at the half, Coach, and some ground to make up for the Lady Saints as they're trying to snap a recent losing streak and get another win in conference play.
I think they're trying to fight their way back. I think they're winning the 4th quarter, but they're going to need to make a bigger dent than what they have.
DeKalb County, they needed that timeout as they need to regroup, as Cannon County has made this a 29-28 game, and it's a 7-0 run here by the Lionettes. And they're going to foul called on Cannon County.
Well, and that's about halfway through this 4th quarter, and that's Cannon's first foul.
That's Alexander, though, and that's her 4th foul. She becomes the first Lionette to pick up 4. 2 Lady Tigers battling 4 fouls. One of them has the ball. That's Millie Barton. Barton against Bain. Tries to feed Agee and is swatted out of bounds as Schwartz gets over there with the hands.
Pressure's picked up a little bit by the Lionettes.
Almost to the midway point of the 4th and final regulation period. Ball lobbed in up top. Van Vranken over to Agee for 3. Won't go. Agee's not got her shot going tonight. Most of her damage coming from the free throw line. Cannon County looking for the lead here. Stopping Alexander. Floater won't go. In and out. Barton the rebound. Barton then is tied up, or is she fouled?
Foul.
They're going to rule a foul, and that might be 5 on Alexander. No, they're going to get instead Schwartz, her 3rd. Alexander was hopping around a bit. I thought if that's her, she's done. So a break for Cannon County as she'll stay in the basketball game. That's team foul number 2. By the way, DeKalb County with no more fouls to give, now setting at 4 as the ball comes in to Fuson, and we see that 1-2-1-1 full court press back in motion here for Cannon County. Agee better hurry. Better hurry. She's in trouble. Skips into the front court. Van Vranken barely got it across to beat the count of 10. Van Vranken just dribbling all around everybody and then loses it. King just takes it away from her. Can't do it all by yourself sometimes. And the ball, King fumbles it out of bounds. Cannon gets a break. They turn it over.
I'm not sure who's set up to take a charge, and it may have been Jordan Agee right there at the block. Forced that Lionette to kind of redirect and lost control. Body went one way, ball went out of bounds.
Here comes Van Vranken again. Knifing her way through, takes it all the way. Left hand won't go. Coast to coast, can't get it. Here comes Bain the other way. Bain will go coast to coast, out of bounds. And it's the county ball.
I think she was looking for a foul off her shoulder, and it wasn't called. Sloppy play, both ends of the ball.
Boys and girls, if you're watching this, this is not basketball 101.
Not how to.
This might be more remedial basketball to some of the things that we have seen tonight. As Melton trapped by double team as she gets across midcourt, will bounce it off the leg of King out of bounds. 3 minutes left in regulation. 29-28. Cannon scored the last 7, but it's been a couple of minutes since we've seen a ball go through the basket. Inbound comes to Barton. Barton outside, AG for 3, won't go.
Wow.
Oh my, that had to have been a foul, and Alexander looks shaken up, and here comes Bain. Bain will take it all the way, layup good. Ellie Bain gives Cannon County the lead, and now a timeout is asked for here by Coach Patrick and the Lionettes. Full timeout with 2:46. Liberty State Bank, our exclusive sponsor of tonight's telecast of DeKalb County High School basketball versus Cannon County. We'll hear from our sponsor, and we'll be back on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Where do you go when times get somewhat troubled in life? You go to see a trusted friend. Someone you know cares about the struggles you may be dealing with. That's what Liberty State Bank has been in DeKalb County for 120 years. A trusted friend, someone you can reach out to when times are hard. With a variety of services to offer, we can sit down and help you navigate through even the harshest of conditions. And when you're back on your feet and life is great, we will still be there, cheering you on and providing help whenever you need it. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Coming up in between games, we will have a ceremony honoring late DeKalb County head basketball coach Harold Luna. His sons Rocky Luna and Buck Luna both in the house tonight. And that'll be coming up immediately following the conclusion of the girls' game. So we will break away for a moment, and then we'll come back for the ceremony. Then we'll preview the boys' game. But stay with us as we'll have that ceremony coming up live here on the Blitz Sports Network. Van Vranken, cross-court Milton. 2:35 left in regulation. 1-point game.
Wow.
Throws it into the hands of King. King breaks out in front of AG. King takes it, count it, and a foul. King with a huge bucket and a chance at a three-point play. Van Vranken gets her third foul.
Lionettes are really pressing the ball and forcing a helter-skelter type of a game right now, and it's coming to their advantage as they're forcing a lot of mistakes and turnovers by the Lady Tigers.
Allie Melton is just having a melting down on the bench down there. She is she's frustrated, Coach. Is that we saw that a few moments ago, and now she's just on the bench. Looks like almost in tears after that last play. You got to shake it off. Three-point play. It's 33-29.
Is this a 12-0 run?
It is a 12-0 run.
29-21?
Yes, sir. 12-0 Cannon County run, and now the Lionettes attacking defensively here. Right at the midcourt, Van Vranken's going to bring it across. DeKalb County entered the fourth with a 7-point lead. Extended it to 8, and it's been Lionettes since. Barton feeding Fusen inside. Fusen can't get it to go. Died off the front of the rim. Alexander. 1:50 left to play. 4-point game. Ball into the hands of Teeter. Cannon County now running some clock. Why not? They got the lead. Teeter outside to Bain. Bain up top. And just playing some keep away here. Let's spread it out. Let's run some clock.
Yeah, and it may be a little too soon to completely let the air out. Has a tendency to cause some unforced errors.
It can happen. If you can successfully play keep away, you're going to force DeKalb to foul just like there, and that's Van Vranken. And Cannon will shoot the bonus, as that will be, by the way, Van Vranken's fourth foul. Barton is out as Melton checks back in, and DeKalb County is going to go with a bit of a smaller lineup here. Get more guards in there for shooting purposes.
Right, substitute some offense for defense.
Free throw Teeter is up and good. Cannon County 4 of 6 from the line this period. And I believe they've made their last 4. Second shot won't go. but the Lionettes keep it alive. Now reach and a foul, Melton. And Melton commits her third. Cannon County right back to the line, and now you're looking at a 2-possession game. If they manage to get both here, it's a 3-possession game. Teeter. First one good.
Defensively, I think the Lionettes are still going to come after you, so that's going to quicken the pace.
Second one's no good. But again, rebound Schwartz, and a foul on DeKalb County. Or is it? Are they going to call it? No, they're going to call that on Schwartz. Loose ball foul on Miley Schwartz, getting her fourth. And that's a break for the Lady Tigers. They're down 2 full possessions. 1:11 to play. 35-29, and threes have not been raining down here tonight, needless to say. Melton front court Fusen. Fusen is in trouble. Almost walled, may have. Melton gets it back out along the perimeter. Oh, long three by Agee won't go.
That's a Jordan Young three right there, folks.
And a reach in and a foul, and I think Cannon County has weathered this storm as Avery Agee's going to get her second foul. 51.7 seconds. You got to hope if you're DeKalb County right now, Coach, they need 2 misses and a rebound and a quick trip down court and a shot up and good.
They've got to have the urgency that Van Vranken showed earlier.
Yep.
When they had their 6 and 8 point lead.
Most definitely. Bain misses the first, but got the second. Now you're looking at a 3-possession game. And Cannon County's going to pressure, and that's going to slow DeKalb County down some. Van Vranken in the front court, down to 45 seconds. Agee, 40 seconds. Agee, I thought if she doesn't get a whistle there won't be another one the rest of the night. There's a foul, indeed. That's going to go against Bain, and that's her second.
Milton's not afraid to take a three-pointer. Agee's not. She just showed the ability to drive. You know Van Vranken's going to be able to put it on the floor and take it. Several shooters out there that can score for the Lady Tigers.
Agee, free throw up and good. Avery Agee. That's her first point of the second half. Crater's going to come in to spell Bain. Bain has done a fine job. She's played the majority of the minutes in the post in the second half for Cannon County. Agee got one, not the second. And a loose ball foul. Van Vranken came over the top there. Chloe Van Vranken is just fouled out of this basketball game. And that's painful for DeKalb County. Down 2 possessions with 38.6 seconds left as Van Vranken will exit with 9 points in this basketball game.
Is she the leading scorer for the Lady Tigers?
She is the leading scorer, yes. Next in line is Avery Agee with 8. King to the free throw line. She's made her last 4.
Missed them both.
Missed them both. That's what you call the Duggan jinx. 33 seconds left, 36-30. The Caps still got a shot here, 2 possessions. Agee drives, won't go. Runner will not go.
Did a good job of creating a little lane there.
Teeter in the front court, Alexander. Cannon County's just going to wait on the foul. They're not even going to get that. Melton tried. Now Melton's going to come and successfully foul. Melton gets her 4th. Alexander now goes to the line. She's 2 of 3 there tonight, has 8 total points. She makes 1. This basketball game is over. 3 possessions it would be at 14 seconds left. Might be over now because, as we've mentioned, it's not been raining threes tonight, needless to say.
It has not.
I think you got to applaud the effort, though, the Lady Tigers, as you mentioned, Coach. Last go-round, it's 57-23. Tonight, I think they were able to dictate the pace and the style. Cannon County has struggled to really get into their game. The Cab won't come away with a win, Coach, but I think an improved effort than what we saw just a few days ago.
Great defensive effort by the Lady Tigers. They packed it in on the paint, forced the Lionettes to make some shots from outside. They weren't able to do so. Stayed in an ugly ball game up until the last couple of minutes.
As a couple shots going to miss, and the horn's going to sound. That's going to do it. Game 1 of our doubleheader has come to a close. Final score, Cannon County 38 with 19 points in the final period. DeKalb County 30 is your final score. Stay with us. We will have the mid-game presentation honoring Coach Harold Luna when we come back on the DC Blitz Sports Network, presented by Liberty State Bank.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Liberty State Bank believes in the power of investing in local businesses, fueling growth and prosperity within the communities we serve. We're not just a bank, we're your partners in growth. With tailored financial solutions and dedicated local experts, we empower businesses and individuals to reach their full potential. When you choose Liberty State Bank, you're choosing to invest in your community's dreams. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
High school coach career right here in this very building. From 1964 to 1969, Coach London led both the girls and boys teams, taking his very first Tiger team to the state tournament in 1965, where they finished fourth overall. Coach London won over 100 games during his relatively short tenure as Tiger head coach, and he added over 400 more wins as coach of the Tigers from 1964 until 1984. Coach London's teams were always known as tough, talented, athletic, fundamentally sound, entertaining to watch, and maybe above all, exceptionally well-conditioned. Crowds on game nights in his gym extended to the rafters back in the days when there were bleachers up on the mezzanine level, and even standing room only was sometimes hard to come by as fans would stand rows deep around the gymnasium to watch the Tigers play. Even with a packed house, Coach London would turn up the thermostat as high as he could inside the gymnasium to make it as hot and miserable on his opponents as possible, because his teams were always so well conditioned. Along the way, Coach London coached some of the most well-known athletes in DeKalb County sports history. Among them were Daryl Fight, arguably one of the best players in the history of girls basketball in the entire state of Tennessee. Jim Rose, Danny Fouch, Kevin James, Jerry Randall Foster, Danny Ford, Randy Usher, Dan Vaughn, and many more players during his tenure. And Rocky London. A few seasons back, the DeKalb County High School basketball program honored Coach London with a banner that is currently hanging in the gymnasium, which bears his iconic coaching record. Last February, the DeKalb County Board of Education voted to further honor Coach London by naming this court in his honor. While Coach London was able to be in attendance for the banner ceremony, unfortunately, he is not with us in a physical sense tonight, as he passed away on December 28, 2022. But you can bet Coach London is very much here in spirit tonight. You know, I began covering DeKalb County sports many years ago. The name Harold Luna was one I heard early and often due to his contributions, not only to basketball, but to many sports throughout DeKalb County. Over the years, Coach Luna had a hand in over baseball, golf, tennis. He even helped out some in football. You name it, Coach Luna was somehow attached to it. He loved not only the sports themselves, but even more the young people who participated. He was looked upon fondly by many who even played for him, and even served as a father figure to some of his many players. And getting to know Coach London myself in his younger years, I learned just how much he loved DeKalb County basketball and local sports in general. Three things I learned right away about Coach London. He was passionate about local sports. He had a legendary personality, and Coach Luna was a brilliant storyteller. Here at Henry County games from decades before, he would recall me in the most intricate details. He would often get quite emotional when discussing those memorable days, and that was very much understood that he was honored with the hand of the banner bearing his name. For years, I myself have been a proponent of seeing Coach Luna honored in some way by having his name attached to this gymnasium, a place where we spent countless hours, made lasting memories for many who both played for and watched his great teams, and molded many young people into young adults. Tonight, we make that a reality with the naming of the court here inside the DCHS Gymnasium, the Harold Luna Court. The only thing that would make this night even more special would be to have Coach Luna and Miss Linda here with us. But like I said before, we know they both are very much here with us in spirit. Like many of his great coaching rivals, Durward Vaughn at Livingston, Roy Sewell at Sparta, Kermit Forkman at Jackson County, his own predecessor here at DCHS, Bill Landreth, who went on to have a great coaching career at Smith County, and the great Robert A. Harris from our neighbors over at Cannon County. Like all those brilliant coaches, tonight our great legendary coach finally gets the honor he has long deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please get a huge DeKalb County round of applause as tonight we officially dedicate the Harold Luna Court. This time, we're going to turn the microphone over. We're so honored tonight to have Coach Luna's sons. Look out. We're going to give them a few moments to talk if we could. Rocky and Mark Luna. Glad to have you with us tonight. Cannon County! You guys are on a great night! Now go tell the people when you get boxed for that night. So, first I'd like to thank the school board, obviously. Tom for the work he's done, Patrick Cripps, Jim Bashears, Jimmy Lewis, Myron Rhodey, and all the people that took to vote to get this done tonight. It's an honor for us. Been looking for it for a long time, right this year. But I got to ask, when did these stupid air conditioners get here? Why is it 84 degrees in here? I still see too many jackets on. But a couple of things about my dad. He said you had to look good and to play good. Flutie, how many suits did he buy for me? Those 3-piece suits. Kept him in business. But there's a couple things that he did preach. You don't just say, I'm going to have a winning culture. You can't say, I'm going to have a winning ethic. You have to live it, you have to preach it, and most of all, you have to teach it. So that was something that was a big part, not only of our childhood growing up, but we got to see it on display here virtually every day. You're gracious in victory, you're humble in defeat, you work your rear end off, you execute, and you do everything on the floor. And if you do that, and you practice in August when it's 84 with the heaters on, when Cannon County comes to town, they ain't making to a quarter. And it's just the way it was. So, once again, I'd like to thank everybody. Somebody get that AC switch, please. I'm freezing in here. And, again, all the people who supported us and helped. My family, my wife is here, my daughter, my grandkids, my son.
Let's go, Tiger Nation! Let's go, Tiger! All right, let's get ready for some Tiger basketball.
Since 1904, Liberty State Bank has been an integral part of our community. For 120 years, Liberty State Bank has been helping families become homeowners for the first time. Young people purchase that first car or achieve that college degree, and businesses grow from the ground up. Liberty State Bank is not simply a financial institution. We are your trusted friends, your neighbors, someone you have come to rely on for well over a century. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Where do you go when times get somewhat troubled in life? You go to see a trusted friend, someone you know cares about the struggles you may be dealing with. That's what Liberty State Bank has been in DeKalb County for 120 years. A trusted friend, someone you can reach out to when times are hard. With a variety of services to offer, we can sit down and help you navigate through even the harshest of conditions. And when you're back on your feet and life is great, we will still be there, cheering you on and providing help whenever you need it. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Liberty State Bank believes in the power of investing in local businesses, fueling growth and prosperity within the communities we serve. We're not just a bank, we're your partners in growth. With tailored financial solutions and dedicated local experts, we empower businesses and individuals to reach their full potential. When you choose Liberty State Bank, you're choosing to invest in your community's dreams. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
At the DeKalb County High School gymnasium, and now the newly minted Harold Luna court. And, well, it's already been on the court, but we made it official tonight. And, Coach, a 38-30 loss for the Lady Tigers. We were just looking over some numbers, and we talked about game one when they met over to Woodbury. It was 19-4 in that first period. Cannon got off to the hot start. Tonight, it was 19-4 in the fourth period, Cannon County. It was a nip-and-tuck game. In fact, DeKalb County had an 8-point lead at one time at 29-21. Unfortunately, they could only muster 4 points in that final period. Cannon County ends the game on a 17-1 run, and they win it 38-30. Still, I think for the majority of this game tonight, DeKalb had to be pleased with how they played, how they controlled the tempo. Down the stretch, though, I felt they got in a hurry too many times when maybe they should have been a little more patient.
It's something I talked about early, and again, my first broadcast, so if I hit that one right, then I got lucky. But I did not think that the Lady Tigers wanted to get into a run-and-gun kind of a game with the Lionettes. And defensively, I thought the Lady Tigers packed it in the paint and really forced the Lionettes to try to shoot and beat them from outside, which they weren't able to do. I had a chance to talk to Coach Patrick in between games, and she was like, she just flat out told her girls to stop shooting the three. No more, it's off limits, you're going to drive.
Right.
Because they weren't hitting any. She was talking about a little on the officiating that, three quarters and DeKalb County barely had any fouls called whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it was more on her girls not being able to finish at the rim. And, of course, shooting the outside shot just wasn't there at all.
Sure. And the outside shot was not there for either team most of the night. DeKalb County ends up with a pair of three-pointers, but, the three-pointer, so many teams live and die by it these days in every level of basketball, it seems like. But the attempts were there, the makes were not. And even for Cannon, the frustrating thing for the first three periods, they're getting to the rim. They're getting shots on the rim. The shots just weren't going down. And to me, that made a huge difference. And credit a lot of that to DeKalb County. They were getting down in there and getting physical and keeping keeping Cannon out of a rhythm.
They were getting a hand up. They were trying to make them play through them. They weren't calling any fouls against DeKalb or Cannon, really, for that matter, when you look at underneath the rim. And so it made things difficult for Cannon County, and I think the longer this game went, the more frustrated the Lionettes were, and the more confidence that the Lady Tigers had.
If you tuned in late, DeKalb County DeKalb County led 8-6 at the end of the first period. Cannon County rallied for a 16-15 halftime lead. It was 11-3 in favor of DeKalb County in that third period. Chloe Van Vranken, she came to life there in the third. We went almost the entire period without DeKalb County scoring. It was about 2 minutes before Van Vranken hit that three. And that kind of broke the ice. DeKalb goes on a little run. They go into the fourth, leading 26-19. At one point, they go up 29-21. But as I mentioned, Cannon County closed out on a 17-1 run, and they win this basketball game. 38-30 is the final score for DeKalb County. It was Chloe Van Vranken's 9 points leading the way. Avery Agee ends up with 8. One thing is telling for me, you've got to have Avery Agee hitting her shots. Coach, she had one field goal tonight. The rest of her points came from the free throw line. Just Avery never found her rhythm. She really didn't get a lot of shots off tonight.
She's a pure three-point shooter. I mean, that's what she's in the ball game to do, is hit those long-range shots. She did show the ability to drive a couple of times and split the defenders and try to get a layup. You talked about it. Most of her success came from the free throw line early in the ball game. But you're right. She's one of those outside target kind of shooters that you expected to sit up there and hit that set three, and it wasn't there for her tonight.
8 points again for Agee. Allie Melton had 5 points, and then you had 2 points apiece. Jordan Agee, Brooklyn Fuson, and Millie Barton all contributing two for DeKalb County, who shot 10 of 15 themselves from the free throw line tonight. For Cannon County, they get 2 players in double figures. Addie King ends the night with 12. She had 5 in the fourth period. 6 points in the final period for Abilene Teeter. Teeter ends the night with 9 points. Abby Alexander ends with 10, and the three of those combined for 16. King, Teeter, and Alexander. 16 of Cannon County's 19 there in that final frame. Ellie Bain rounds out the scoring with 3 points. And again, Cannon County 14 of 24 from the free throw line, 9 of 16 shooting in the fourth quarter. Yeah,
and in the first matchup, Addie King had 22, and King, Tater, and Alexander had 38. So quite a bit of a difference. If you're not going to hit shots, we're going to give them to you all night long. We're going to try to keep you off the boards.
Yep.
And we're going to contest your layups.
DeKalb County now falls to 2-6 overall on the season as they'll get ready for Warren County coming in here on Friday night. Cannon County, that is their third win in a row as they're off to a good start. Only 2 losses this season, one to an excellent White County team on the road, and then Brentwood over in Lebanon around Thanksgiving. 2 very good. I think this Cannon County team, the sky could be the limit. I see, it's early in the season, but in the district they're competing in this year, this Lionhead team's got a chance to really make some noise.
They do. They made an appearance in the state tournament last year, lost in the first round. They did not lose a ton from that team, and they've got, like we talked about, the Miles Alexander kid, true freshman coming up, and he's leading the way as the point guard. Very similar to what Jordan Parker did. He got some looks as a freshman, then as a sophomore, they pretty much hand the reins over to him, and he's been doing it ever since. Very similar to that. It's a very athletic Lions team, and their principles and their philosophy resembles what the Lionettes do. They want to run, they want to pressure, and they want to get to 60 as quickly as they can.
All right, 38-30, the final score there. When we come back, we're going to preview tonight's boys game. The Tigers and Lions meet for the second time. Last time it was Cannon County 71, DeKalb County 34. Can the Tigers turn the tables tonight? We'll discuss it when we come back. This is DeKalb County High School basketball presented exclusively by Liberty State Bank on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing. Liberty State Bank believes in the power of investing in local businesses, fueling growth and prosperity within the communities we serve. We're not just a bank, we're your partners in growth. With tailored financial solutions and dedicated local experts, we empower businesses and individuals to reach their full potential. When you choose Liberty State Bank, you're choosing to invest in your community's dreams. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
For the second game of our doubleheader tonight, the DeKalb County Tigers taking on the Cannon County Lions. Tom Duggan alongside the coach Chris Vance for the Blitz Sports Network with our first ever basketball live stream from the DCHS Gymnasium and the Harold Luna Court. Tonight's been a fun night so far. I look across the way, and of course you and I did DTC Sports together for a long time, and Cannon County was in our area, and I see a lot of familiar faces. You're now working at Cannon County in the school system, which seems strange. But Matt Daniel, former football coach, is now the color commentator for the broadcast crew for WBRY. The Guru Murphy Fair, known for football coverage for decades here in the state of Tennessee, back behind the microphone doing play-by-play. Good friends of ours, both Murphy and Matt Daniel, Mr. Courtney Nichols, and seeing a lot of these familiar faces, Coach, it brings back a lot of good memories for me.
Well, it does, and I remember going to the football games at Cannon County, and it was one of the places where you could always count on great tailgating and the invite.
Yes.
And, they've kind of pushed away from that for some reason, I don't know, but Cannon County always treated us nice.
Absolutely.
They accepted us. They welcomed us. There was no harshness. As a teacher there now, they have welcomed me, open arms into all of that. And, of course, I can come back to DeKalb County. I still live in Smithville, but I come to the gym and I come to the high school. And, again, I see a lot of familiar faces like you spoke of. So, for me, it's kind of a win-win.
Well, and I got a lot of family connections. The Duggan side of my family, actually my great-grandfather came from Auburntown, and a lot of my distant relations remain in Cannon County. I don't know who they are, but I'm related to them somehow. But a lot of connections, and, this has been a great rivalry in sports and all sports for a lot of years, and it's got out of hand a few times. We got to admit that. Sports often does that, but I think some overall pretty good camaraderie with the two counties, two schools. We'll peek at each other, but I don't think it gets too out of hand for the most part.
No, and it's a big rivalry, and it's one that's continued in basketball. I know that Daniel talked off the air this past Saturday about baseball and how that scheduling kind of takes place, but golf, it's consistent. Basketball is there. Football, I'd like to see that rivalry get back.
Yep.
I know that Warren County has picked up Cannon County, and I think that's week 3 or something for the Lions this year. And I really don't see why DeKalb and Cannon can't make that connection again. I know Coach Trapp reached out I don't get it. You're that close, and you know it means a lot to the kids.
Yep. And it means a lot at the gate. Let's just be honest.
Does.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for both programs, and I think they'll get back to that. Maybe it's not right there right now where one program or the other is just not ready to renew the rivalry. It'll come back. It always does.
You know, when you look at Tennessee football, they beat the little sister 22, 23 years in a row. And, then you had Franklin come in, and he kind of turned that tide for the Commodores a little bit.
Yep.
But I mean, you still play the game because it's a huge rivalry, and I think they need to get back to that.
Coach, 71-34 was the final in this boys game last go-round, and DeKalb County struggled something fierce offensively in that game. In the last couple of games, DeKalb County has found something that's working. They lost to Smith County, albeit 61-60, but they come out last Friday night, and they just drilled Watertown 78-36. Three-pointers were falling. Coach Agee was telling us before our broadcast tonight that he and Coach Randolph were kind of kidding one another. They hoped that they had a few left over for tonight, that they were so hot from outside. But it seems like they again, have gained that confidence and have found something that's working a little bit better.
DeKalb County, to be honest, was probably a little bit embarrassed November 30th going over to Woodbury and getting beat like they did. It's a proud upper class, 3 seniors and a junior. They're going to want to get their revenge on Cannon County. They're playing at home. It's their fans. Their student section is going to be rowdy. The officiating, the way we saw it called, if that maintains, this game could get out of control.
Oh, boy.
But, you know, again, it's a rivalry game, and I do not look for a 30-point, victory for either side. I expect this one to come down to the wire.
Starting lineup, Cannon County being introduced right now. They've got a pair of seniors in Antonio Jones, number 24, Eli Pelham, number 3. They got a pair of juniors, Lucas Phillips is one of those, and number 23, and Preston Hamby, number 22. And then we talked about earlier in our girls pregame, Miles Alexander, the outstanding freshman point guard, number 11, who they're very excited about over at Cannon County High School. In the last matchup between these two teams, Jones led the team in scoring with 15. Pelham had 13. Phillips with 13 in the big win for Cannon County. On the DeKalb County side tonight, you're going to see 3 seniors and a pair of juniors, a full house, if you will. Seniors will be forward, number 23, Dallas Kirby. At guard, number 2, Jordan Parker. At guard, 0, Seth Fusen. And your juniors at guard, number 10, John Hendricks. And at forward, a junior, number 21, Logan Duke. DeKalb County comes in 2-5 overall on the season, but again, coming off a huge win over Watertown. Cannon County's won their last 2, including one win over Warren County, 46-37. In fact, Cannon County's last 2 wins have come over much bigger schools. That Warren County game that they beat Franklin County 51-41 last Friday night. I'm sorry, I'm actually looking, I think, at the girls' schedule. So if anybody's watching from Woodbury, they're like, that Duggan boy's lost his mind. They did beat Franklin County and Warren County. They've actually won 3 in a row. Cannon County's losses come to Stewart's Creek, 65-62 in a Hall of Fame game, and also to Oakland, 53-41. So it's been an impressive start for Cannon County, and again, they're riding the wave of 3 wins in a row. Getting set as all the introductions are done. DeKalb County in the home white uniforms, much as the girls were. Cannon County will be in the road maroon. And we've got a great crowd on hand, as always. A good contingent of folks from over Cannon County made the trip. Real quick, we'll give you an update in middle school basketball tonight. The DeKalb County Lady Saints lost the opener at Avery Trace 50-29. It was a 16-2 third period run that really put that game out of reach. It was 18-12 at the half, but Avery Trace will go on to win it tonight over the Lady Saints. And at the end of the first period, at last update, Saints and the Red Raiders tied up at 9. We appreciate Casey Midget for providing us updates. And we're ready for high school basketball, presented exclusively tonight on the Blitz Network by Liberty State Bank. DeKalb County will win the tip. Jordan Parker will control, and here we go. Game 2 of tonight's I want to say district doubleheader. It just don't feel right that these two teams aren't in the same district. I don't like all this expanding and stuff like that, but it's part of it, and it's good to see DeKalb and Cannon keeping their hardwood rivalry going. And, well, not like the girls' game. We're going to get a three-pointer right out of the gate as Jordan Parker is going to knock one down from downtown.
And unlike last week, Parker's going to break the ice on his scoring.
As he gets it up there, again, he was shut out, and I bet you that's burned in his crawl just a little bit ever since, and he's got to feel good about getting that first three. Cannon County trying to answer. Nice drive to the bucket, no, but a foul as Lucas Phillips will draw the contact and is going to get a trip to the free throw line courtesy of Seth Fusen, who's going to pick up the first foul of this basketball game.
A little bit of overplay, but you can see the determination in Parker hounding Alexander right out of the gate. Almost forced a turnover for DeKalb.
Free throw is short. And a second one forthcoming here for the junior Phillips. Just underway in the boys' game. Lady Tigers fell in the opener. 38-30. Second free throw good. Tigers will come out and face pressure on this inbound. Cannon County in a 2-2-1 full court look. Good ball movement. Oh, excellent ball movement. Duke fires across court. Kirby will step up top over around Hendricks. Hendricks, his three won't go. Rebound kept alive by Fusen. Back to Hendricks. Near side Kirby thought about a three. Got in a little bit of traffic, and we're going to get a push foul called on Antonio Jones. That'll be his first and the Lions' first foul of the ball game.
Good hustle play by Fusen, running down the loose ball, picking it up in the corner, and keeping the possession for the Tigers.
DeKalb County on the inbound. Fusen on the far side. Fusen's going to be picked up by a double team up top Kirby. DeKalb will rotate the perimeter. Parker outside Hendricks. Cross court Fusen hits the baseline inside, feeds Parker. Parker with a nice pump, shot up and good. And Jordan Parker off to a 5-0 start himself here as he's got DeKalb County's first 5 points.
He kind of hung out inside right at the top of the paint and waited for a good feed, and maybe setting him up there to try to feed him the ball all night long.
Alexander way off the mark on his first shot attempt from long distance. And the Tigers the other way with Parker leading the charge. Parker, Duke in the near corner. Under 6 minutes left in the opening period. Kirby puts up a shot, crawls the rim, won't go. And the rebound swiped away by Jones. Jones on the move for Cannon County. He's going to take it coast to coast all the way, flips the shot up, no good. And a rebound taken away by Parker. Parker has it poked loose, but able to recover. Parker near side, looks, drives. Behind the back pass nicely to Duke. Duke going up against Jones, shot won't go. Rebound tipped into the hands of Antonio Jones.
Coach Nate wants to get the ball out of Parker's hands and out of Seth Fusen's hands. Get it into those secondary offensive guys that may not be as comfortable running the offense.
Antonio Jones with a beautiful shot from three, up and good, and it's 5-4. Tigers going to turn it over. Parker's pass is incomplete. Oh, wait a minute. That was just a little out front of Duke.
Was that Hendricks he was passing to?
I thought that was what it was. It was Duke instead of Hendricks. And got to get used to the new receiver. Cannon County off the turnover. Alexander to the front court. They rotate quickly over to the near side. It's going to be picked up Hamby.
Oh, nice pass.
Alexander's going to bring it back out. Jones swings it on around Pelham. Pelham up top Jones. Working back around Phillips. And we're going to get a push inside. Looks like Logan Duke's going to be whistled. And well, we're already seeing a little bit of that again. The hands being watched here early in this basketball game. Second team foul against DeKalb County. First on Duke.
Maybe early, but I'd kind of like to see Coach Agee kind of working a substitute here or there early in the ball game.
Three off the mark by Phillips. Rebound comes down to Parker. Parker going to slow things up as he crosses the timeline for DeKalb County. 5-4. Tigers with a 1-point lead. Parker out there working up top against Phillips. Now he's going to drive, spins, reverse, shot up, no, wanted a foul, won't get it. Rebound, Alexander streaking through traffic. Alexander floats one up, in and out, no good. And the rebound taken away here by Fusen. Fusen skips it up ahead to Duke. Duke out top Kirby. Kirby fakes the three, looks, drives. A lot of contact, and he will get it.
On the elbow.
Yep. And my goodness, I almost said Chad Kirby. Dallas Kirby to the free throw line, as it will be Preston Hamby picking up his first. Funny thing is, I called Chad Kirby's games too. As Dallas sizes up, first shot up and good. And Dallas Kirby on the board for the first time tonight. Cannon County gets a sub of the game as Anderson Lara, the sophomore, will check in. Kirby sinks the second. Alexander's going to get a breather. Tigers go up 3 as we've reached the midway point of the opening period. Here comes Jones. Jones works it off to Phillips. Phillips gives away Pelham. Back to Jones. Jones looking for some help. Feeds Lara on the wing for 3. It's up no good. Rebound comes out Hendricks. Hendricks hands out Parker, and Parker will slow it down. DeKalb looks like they want to slow this tempo, and I think that's been a kind of a key ingredient to some success they've had their past couple of games. Houston on the far side. Cannon battling in this half-court man look. Staying in the hip pocket of these shooters best they can. Parker out on the wing. Duke gets open. Shot in and out. Won't go. And a rebound yanked away by Fuson. Kept alive out to Kirby.
That's 3 times Kirby's kind of pump faked at the line. That's really not the shot that he wants. He wants to try to draw that defender up and try to breeze by him.
Parker back out near midcourt. Being harassed out there. Will give the ball up to Fuson. Fuson spinning at the free throw line. Off on the wing, Hendricks. He's got a 3. Good. John Hendricks. That's his first bucket of the night. First three-pointer for him as well. 10-4 now the Tiger lead. Phillips, long distance 2 is up and good. And Lucas Phillips will answer with his 3rd point of the night. Cannon County now with that 2-2-1 look. Parker lobs it up the front court. Duke gives to the trailing Hendricks. Up top now to Parker. Parker's going to launch a 3. No. Rebound up high gets it Cannon County as it will be Phillips. Phillips pushing tempo up court. Phillips takes it all the way. Shot blocked. Hendricks got it. Duke picks it up, and here's Parker. Parker's going to work against Phillips. Parker no trouble getting across midcourt, but then throws the pass. Was it deflected?
I didn't think so.
Well, it looked like one official pointed DeKalb, one pointed Cannon, and I think it is going to be Tiger ball. I didn't think it was deflected either, Coach. I thought it was out on DeKalb, honestly.
Thought it was just an errant pass.
Parker's going to have it out near midcourt. Tiger certainly will take it. 2 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. 10-6 is your score in a 4-point game, and it's Parker. Parker working against Phillips, hits the baseline, in some trouble there out to Hendricks. Hendricks pumps down in the corner now. Fuson for 3 won't go. Duke up high gets the rebound.
Good job.
In traffic, Duke did a great job to wrestle that ball away, and Jared Nave is coming out of the jacket. He's got the suit and tie. I like it. Up top, Kirby, 3, won't go. Rebound. Jones will swipe it away. Up ahead with the basketball. Phillips out to the trailing Jones for 3. Yes, rattles it down good. Antonio Jones connects from downtown for the second time, and it's 10-9.
Coach Nave wants this offense to go through Jones, and he's had 2 threes to answer for tonight.
Nice ball movement for DeKalb County, and they're going to work it quickly down to Logan Duke, and Duke has his first basket. And DeKalb County back up by 3 at 12-9 with a minute left here in the opening period.
Cannon's going to look for one shot. At least that's what Coach Nave asked for.
And he's not going to get it. There's a 3 on the way that's up, and it's no good by Pelham. Cannon manages to keep it alive. Back out to Jones, who's going to launch again from downtown. He's hot. He's got 9.
Maybe he was calling the play.
That maybe it was. 12 all now as Antonio Jones, 9 of Cannon's 12. Oh, good ball movement.
Nice pass.
Kirby was wide open underneath. Kirby off the glass, up and good, and it's back to a DeKalb County lead of 2 points. Cannon County now maybe looking to hold for one final shot. Alexander's at the scorer's table, waiting to check in, but I don't know if he's going to get a chance before this quarter winds down. Jones, they got Kirby out top on him. He's been red hot here in this first period. Oh my, Pelham from long distance. Oh, it's good, but it does not count. They say he traveled. Man, that's Steph Curry land right there. Pelham out as Alexander will get in with 3 seconds left. That was long distance. 14-12, and DeKalb will have a chance to tack on a bucket here in the final 3 seconds. Parker heave-hos at the Hornets. No good. We're through one in Smithville. DeKalb County, Cannon County in this long-time border rivalry. At the end of one, your Tigers 14, the Cannon County Lions 12. DeKalb County basketball presented exclusively tonight by Liberty State Bank on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Antonio Jones, 9 points, leading the way for Cannon County. A pretty balanced effort for DeKalb County in the first period. 5 for Parker, 4 for Kirby, 3 for Hendricks, 2 for Duke. 14-12, DeKalb County, a good, entertaining first period of play here in this second game between these two teams. It was 16-11, though, Coach. It was relatively close. Cannon County had a 5-point lead. I know we keep referring to the last game, but you're always going to compare the first matchup and the second.
Porter Hancock has entered the ball game for the Tigers. First substitution tonight for Coach Agee.
Basketball in the hands of Lucas Phillips. Phillips is going to drive, jump stop, shot up and good. He's got 5, and we're tied up again at 14. Hancock, number 15, a freshman. And we've heard a whole lot about him. Kelly Pyburn, of course, on our Blitz panel, has talked glowingly about him. Jump stop or travel? It's a travel. It's a jump stop in the NBA. If you're LeBron James, you can do that from half court all the way to the basket. 14-14 is your score. Things have changed in basketball, obviously, over the years. As the ball comes up top, Jones gives way to Phillips. Phillips out there working against the aforementioned Porter Hancock, and it's going to be Phillips driving all the way for the layup. Good.
Good, strong finish.
Cannon County goes out top, 16-14. Lions now back on top of this basketball game.
DeKalb's already shot the ball much better than they did at Woodbury.
Home court sometimes has something to do with that. Confidence certainly has something to do with it. Kirby can't get it to go from short distance, and that's got to be a walk.
They didn't call a foul.
I was going to say it's a foul, a tie-up, or a walk, and it's going to end up being a travel on Jones, and Jones pleading his case that I don't think I walked. And the official said, yes, you did.
But I thought he bumped me on the back, but I didn't see it.
Those blue shoes he's got stands out, I got to say. I've been admiring those. It's everybody don't wear the same shoe color anymore either. Am I sounding like get off my lawn guy here?
Barnes checking in.
And it was Elliott Barnes against Watertown who went berserk, had 5 3-pointers. Seth Houston's going to get a breather as the ball comes into Kirby. And we'll see if some of that carries over for Barnes, the freshman, tonight, as Parker now will take the basketball. Out near midcourt, working out there against Phillips. Parker leaves out Kirby. Kirby up top, Hancock. Hancock, he'll hand it off Hendricks. Hendricks wants to drive. He'll take it all the way. Rejected. Oh, nice block there by Cannon County's Eli Garrett, who's checked in. And now Jones works it up court here for the Lions. Cannon County by a deuce as the ball comes to Alexander. Alexander out of midcourt, rotates it, Phillips. Phillips wanted to get to the driving Jones, but good job of defending by Hancock. Ball almost coughed up there, but saved and driving to the basket. Shot up and good by Laura. And Anderson Laura makes it an 18-14 Cannon County lead. The Lions on a bit of a run here. Ball in the front court, Hendricks near side. I believe it's 8-0, Cannon County's latest run here. Ball in the hands of Parker. Parker spins it out, Kirby. Kirby at the free throw line looking for help. Hendricks Long distance by Hendricks is going to be
Wow.
good. I thought that thing was coming off that rim.
Kind rim right there.
That's one of those shots we've not seen tonight. Usually it hits the rim and it's off. That one hit the front of the rim and went in, and up inside a near dunk there by Garrett, who goes up high and lays it up and in, 20-17. Parker weaving through traffic. Parker going to stop, pump, shot, up, short. Rebound taken down, Hancock. Hancock inside, shot won't go. Rebound taken, Jones. Took it up strong against 3 maroon jerseys, just couldn't get the bucket to go down. Alexander. Alexander out on the wing. Motions around as he's going to back out near midcourt. 4:40 left in the half. Laura with the ball at the free throw line, looking for help. Now back out Alexander. Picked up there Hendricks. Looking for the screen, will get it. And he's going to shake loose. Shot up high off the glass, won't go, and a rebound Hancock. About got that one.
Soft shot, came down and landed softly on the rim. It just kind of bounced out.
Parker calls out the offense, skips the ball Kirby near side. Near the midway point of this second period. Tied ball game. 3-point line lead here, and Hancock coughs it up on the far sideline. And Joey Agee drawing a little bit of fire there as he barks out at his player. And we'll get some subs in again for DeKalb County. Kirby's going to get a breather. And we will also see Barnes check out. A relatively quiet couple of minutes there for Elliott Barnes. Fuson returns to the court.
Logan Duke back in.
Logan Duke also. That was the second Tiger I was looking for. Thank you, Coach. As the shot by Pelham goes up and good off the elbow. Pelham, that's his first bucket. And Cannon County, I believe this may be their largest lead at 5 here, 22-17. Parker drives up to the free throw line corner. Duke's got a 3, won't go. Rebound up high to get it goes Pelham. And here come the Lions with Phillips. Phillips will push it up ahead to Alexander. Alexander looks it over to Anderson Laura. He's got his pocket pick. Hancock comes away with a steal. He'll give it away to Parker. Parker wanted to drive, but Laura with some good defense there. Won't allow him a lane. Parker through traffic, feeds Hendricks outside, gives it right back. Parker catches, shoots, won't go. Pelham the board. Having a bit of a funk shooting here. Getting some looks, but again, shots just not going down.
Parker had the first 5 points for the Tigers. I don't think he has scored since.
He is not. Alexander comes to the near side. Phillips puts it down, going against Hancock. Pump shot up good, and a foul. Nice drive there by Lucas Phillips, and for Porter Hancock, that's lesson learned, Coach. The freshman out there, and just a little bit of schooling there from the senior, or the junior rather, to the freshman.
Left-handed move by Pelham that time, able to finish with the left hand at the rim.
Garrett sits down for Cannon County as we will see Preston Hamby check back into the game. And Phillips to the free throw line will attempt to complete a 3-point play. He's got 9 points, 6 this quarter. Shot is good, and now he's at double figures with 10. Cannon County's lead is ballooned to 8 here, 25-17. Ball in the front court quickly. Fuson, good passing to Duke. Duke gets a couple of defenders in the air. Yes, indeed, he got stripped. Did a good job of getting the defenders up, but somebody got a hand on it to knock it away. Alexander out near the midcourt circle, puts the ball down, going to step back. That's a 2 if it goes. It's going to be just short. Tip. Who's going to get it? Nobody wants it. Somebody's got to get it. Ball's still free. Duke has got it. And I got to say, Joey Agee got a timeout. That he had the ball. Duke had the ball, and Coach Agee was able to get the timeout. Man, that was close, though. You got to be on top of your game, and Coach Agee certainly was. Found that perfect moment. That or the referee wasn't watching that closely. One or the other could have been, but a break as the Tigers will get the ball. And I think a good timeout here anyway for DeKalb County. They got to break the ice here. They started off hot, Coach, but they've kind of gotten into a funk here in this from about the 6-minute mark on this period.
See, I think as a basketball coach, I couldn't do it because I'd be out of timeouts as soon as these runs started. Hey, we're gonna stop this momentum real quick. And what? I don't have any more timeouts left.
Oh, he'll get one there. That's DeKalb's first. And a 30, they get 3 60s and a 30. We can give you a update at Avery Trace. Avery Trace 22, DeKalb Saints 19 through 3 periods. And tight ball game. Saints have been playing some really good basketball here of late. I think they've won 3 straight. Trying to get another conference win, and that's a very good Avery Trace team, by the way. Steal, shot, no, foul, and free throws coming up here for Eli Pelham.
And I just noticed that Jordan Parker's getting a little breather at the moment. A couple of the young guys in for the Tigers.
Elliott Barnes is checked back in as he is the guilty party on the foul. You're correct. Parker's out. Duke is also back on the bench for DeKalb County. As the free throw up good, the lefty Pelham sinks the first. We'll get another, and now we get Levi Hatfield into the basketball game for Cannon County.
Sophomore.
Setting for the second shot up. It is good as it bounces up and swishes through the cylinder. 27-17, first double-digit lead of the basketball game belongs to Cannon County. DeKalb County breaks the press. Good ball movement quickly up, and Hancock's going to be hammered. He'll go to the free throw line.
Coach Agee's looking for a combination of guys that's really going to help lift this offense as you talk about the little funk that they're in at the moment.
Hatfield gets the foul. That's his first. And the first team foul, it appears, for Cannon County this second period. And what's going on? Looks like Alexander got, I don't know. If it's blood, he's going to have to come out, but I don't think it is. Or well, it could have been.
It's a little scrape there.
Got the towel, wiped it off, and of course, for years now, any sign of visible blood, and a player must leave the court. Hancock to the free throw line. He's yet to score. He scored a point. Up and good. Rocky Luna scheduled to be with us coming up in between games. I hope he didn't forget. Or not between games, but at the half. As
No, he's over there behind John Pryor.
Alexander have to go back over to the bench. He may have to check out. In fact, they're going to make him check out until they get this resolved, and we'll see Anderson Laura back into the game.
Slap some pre-wrap on it.
Rub some dirt on it. I understood dirt doesn't do any good.
Covers up the red.
Let me tell you what, back team didn't do any good either. Second free throw up and good. And 27-19 now is the score.
They did. They've got, I believe it's called Elasticon, covering it up.
And Alexander will check back in on the next dead ball. Lead back to 8 after the Hancock free throws. Laura with the basketball, Phillips. Cannon rotates perimeter, Pelham. Phillips. And what? We got a whistle. We got a foul. Foul is an offensive foul, and it's going to go against Hatfield. I hope the referee's not named McCoy. It's the substitution, and we will see Alexander back into the game. Antonio Jones is going to get a breather. He's been shut out this period after an awesome first period. Hatfield also sitting. As mentioned, Alexander back. And I believe number 5, Garrett, also returns to the court for the Lions. DeKalb County's 5. That's Barnes going to drive to the baseline. They'll bring it out quickly, rotate to Hendricks for 3. That's short. Oh, goodness. Kirby with a nice save, but to the wrong team. But then Hendricks with a takeaway. Hendricks cuts off the passing lane. 50 seconds to play in DeKalb County with a basketball. Down 8 here as the first half winds down.
Hendricks knows how to break on a basketball.
Fuson coughed it up, and it winds up in the hands of Alexander. Alexander or Phillips. Phillips, nice skip pass up ahead. Good ball movement comes quickly to Garrett. Garrett's fouled. And Garrett will go to the free throw line. It looks like Hendricks and what will be his first foul of the basketball game. No, they're going to say 23. Kirby. Hendricks, our reigning Good Health Family Clinic Player of the Week. We didn't have one last week, but his effort a couple of weeks ago. Again, had 23 in one game, had 28 in a game for the Tigers. He's been Playing some good basketball of late as the first free throw by Garrett is up and no good. Now Parker returns as Fuson will get a breather. 30.7 seconds left till the break. Garrett, second toss on the way is good.
Garrett is the junior quarterback for the Lions. His mother's the assistant principal at the high school.
All right. You got all this intel.
Gotta add when I can.
Kirby outside Parker. We're under 20 seconds left in the half. 13 seconds. DeKalb County may want one final shot. Parker down to 7. And what in the world? As a reach around foul. That looked like a fourth quarter foul there by Hatfield, and that's going to be his third.
I think that's exactly what Coach Nave wanted. As time's winding down, you have fouls to give. Let's go ahead and give a foul here. Hatfield is a 7th or 8th player off the bench.
And another foul. That's 4 on Hatfield. I think Hatfield's just trying to foul out before halftime and go get something to eat. 28-19, and well, let's see what happens here. Parker, he's going to drive it. Shot won't go, and that's it. That's your first half. At halftime, your score, it is the Cannon County Lions 28, the DeKalb County Tigers 19. We have Rocky Luna coming to join us when we come back. DeKalb County High School basketball presented exclusively by Liberty State Bank on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back on the Blitz Sports Network at the half, it's 28-19 in favor of Cannon County. We'll get back to the game here in just a little bit. Right now, we are honored to be joined by Rocky Luna, the oldest son of former DeKalb County coach Harold Luna, who we've honored tonight with the naming of the court. Rocky, it's good to have you, and what's it mean to you to look down and see your dad's name gracing the court here at DeKalb County High School, where I know you spent a lot of hours, and he certainly did over the years?
Well, first of all, thank you, Tom, for having me. And tonight was the first night I'd been in the gym since 1984.
Wow.
So I hadn't even seen a picture of it.
Yeah.
You know, we'd sent the signature over and stuff, but it looks great. The new floor is great, the upgrades in the gym. The school board, they've done a lot of work here.
I was going to say, 40 years, what's maybe the biggest change when you walked in that you first noticed here in the gymnasium?
That bright, shining AC duct up top.
Now, we got to get back on this air conditioning. We talked to Kevin James a little while ago, and he was sort of talking a little bit about this, but your dad had a philosophy, man. If it wasn't 7 shades of hot in here, it wasn't hot enough. That was just his philosophy, and it worked out because the teams were always so well conditioned.
Well, other than some of these big guys, Jerry Foster on here,
yeah.
My 4 years, I don't think we ever took the court where we had the tallest man on the court.
Wow.
My senior year, David Barnes was center.
Yeah.
And me and him were the same height.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's grown now. I wish he was that big when we played. But, yeah, so it came down to conditioning. It come down to execution, all the stuff that he preached. And, you know, it was a way of life. And you said about so many hours in here. Mm-hmm. I'd get out of school, I'd come and hang out, and I wouldn't get home till 9 o'clock because he'd give kids rides home.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've spent so many hours in this gym, it's unbelievable.
What's maybe a couple of memories from your dad that really stand out the most to you? Whether it be basketball or anything else. I know you got a lot of stories you could share, but maybe just a couple really special ones.
Well, I think part of what spilled over into his coaching was he was the most competitive guy I ever met.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if it was ping pong or fishing or pick one.
Right.
I mean, he wanted to win.
Yeah.
And he didn't give me an extra checker. You know.
Yeah.
If we were playing checkers, I had to win on my own.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even palm an extra king and put it on the board. but that as I was coming down here and thinking about it, his competitiveness and what that did for the program really stands out. There were one of my favorite moments was we were playing Sparta when we were sophomores. Mm-hmm. And we were down 1 with 2 seconds, and he goes down and he grabs Jimmy and says, "You're going to make this shot."
Yeah.
Jimmy hadn't played a second.
Oh, no.
the entire time.
Yeah.
And we were all looking around like, what? And he went in and did his Jimmy thing and beat Sparta by 1. And
wow.
You know, back in the day then, we always played up. We played McMinnville, mm-hmm. we played Sparta, Manchester, McMinnville. You know, we played the heavy hitters, and you know, somehow we lose a foot to 4 different players on the floor.
Yeah.
But you know, it came down to your preparation and executing, and you know, his expectation was get the job done.
What was it like playing for him as his son? Was he harder on you, or did he treat you like the rest of the guys? What was that experience like?
Well, he was definitely harder. And that ride home after a loss, you know, it's 30 minutes to Belk.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of opportunity for him to give me feedback.
Right.
So it was, he had a different level of expectation, because you couldn't be seen as you're the coach's kid.
Yeah.
You know, somebody else should be starting. So there was a different level of expectation that he had, because you can't do that. You got to be one of the best 5, or you got to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
And Ricky Ursery was here tonight. I don't know if you saw him. Ricky's my first cousin. Mm-hmm. Tried to model my game after him, but I had other first cousins that played, and they didn't start.
Yeah.
You know, they sat at the end of the bench, and you know, you was one of the best 5, or you didn't get to go.
Yeah. So a lot of the players, I know you've moved away, and you know, you've come in for this event tonight. Do you keep track a lot of your former teammates and some of the former players over the years?
You know, I try to. I saw more of them at Dad's funeral than I've seen in 40 years. Mm-hmm. But like Jimmy, when I come to town, I'll send him a text and say, "Man, you know what's happening." Mm-hmm. This process has got me back closer to a lot of people that I played with.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a quick story. Bo and Jimmy are on the 1,000 club list.
Yeah.
So after our second practice sophomore season, we were walking across the floor to the car, and my dad said, "You know, we got 2 shooters. I don't need you scoring 25. I need you to have 25 assists."
Yeah.
So I said to Jimmy, "You're on that banner because of me."
Hey, you deserve a banner too. You know, you made that happen.
but that was, everybody had a role.
Sure.
And you better execute that role, or you'd watch the rest of the game from the bench.
Rocky, one thing that stands out about Coach Luna that so many people told me is just his compassion for the kids, the players, and something I mentioned in what I said was he was like a father figure to many of these young men, and I know you experienced that firsthand, that compassionate side of him. What's something maybe special from that stands out in your memory as well?
Well, he was clearly a steward of the community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gave 35 years of his life to teaching and coaching on and off the court. Watching him interact with a ton of different kids, and you know the things that they would go to him for.
Yeah,
they should have been going to their dad at home.
Sure.
You know, I mentioned Flutie, but there were plenty of times he would take a kid to Flutie's and get him a jacket because they didn't have one.
Wow.
Because before the 70s rolled in and everything relaxed, it was a requirement to wear a coat and tie.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have one, come on, let's go to Flutie's, and he'd set it up. So the way he cared about not just his team and the players, but all the hundreds and hundreds of kids that came through this school in 35 years. And it was rarely Coach Luna. It was just Coach.
Yeah.
So that really, as I think back, and the way that he cared about not just the kids but the county. Mm-hmm. You know, he grew up on a farm in Belk, and you know, went to college, played I think 4 different sports in college, and came back home. Something I couldn't do.
Yeah.
But you know, he did it, and you know, I think the county's a lot better off for it.
Amen. I totally agree with that. Rocky Luna's been our guest. We're short on time. If you're ever back in Smithville, come sit down and talk with us. I know you got a lot more stories, and I would sit and listen to them all day, I'll be honest with you.
I had a segment or two on WJLE, but that was with Ralph Vaughn.
Yeah.
So that'll date me pretty good.
Rocky Luna, our guest, and a special night here tonight. Rocky, thank you so much. And I want to say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for allowing me to be part of the ceremony tonight. It meant the world to me.
No, I wouldn't have it any other way, Tom.
Thank you so much. Rocky Luna, come back and be with us sometime.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Halftime here as we get set for second half action here on the Blitz Network with DeKalb County and Cannon County. 28-19 is the score as we get set to head into the third period.
Tom, something that's a little unusual, or not unusual, very ironic. Halftime, last time these two guys played was 28-20, Cannon County, and they're looking at 28-19. Parker brings the ball across the timeline.
So to quote Yogi Berra, deja vu all over again, as Fuson will drive in and draws contact, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Wow.
To get this second half started. And that foul is going to be whistled against Eli Pelham. That's his first. Get this, Levi Hatfield has 4 fouls for Cannon County. The rest of the team has 3 combined. It's a free throw up and no good by Fuson. He'll get another. Hey, if you're going to be good at something, you know, be good at it.
You know, Kevin and Rocky both said you've got a role player.
You do. Yep.
He is the expert fouler.
As the second free throw by Fuson is good, and it's 28-20. As we just get started here in this second half, and we'll get a foul going against DeKalb County this time, and it's going to go against John Hendricks, who picks up his first. Halftime scoring. I was trying to do numbers and real quick in my head, and as we get a travel, it's going to turn the ball over here. John Hendricks with 6, leading the way for DeKalb County in the first half. Jordan Parker with 5. Dallas Kirby 4. Logan Duke and Porter Hancock.
A little bit of a run to start this second half for the Tigers.
As the drive shot, no, but a foul, and we're going to get some free throws here.
That was a really late foul that they called on Hamby. Thought it was on the floor, and they didn't call it until after Kirby went back up for the second one.
So Kirby to the line will get the first, and he's 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Cannon County led in the first half by Lucas Phillips with 10, Antonio Jones with 9, Eli Pelham 4, Eli Garrett 3, and Anderson Laura with 2. Kirby rattles the second one down, and DeKalb County's back to within 6. Tempo has slowed down quite a bit from where we started. It was a bit, little more frenetic, faster pace, but both teams seem to like this style a little bit better. As offensive rebound by Hamby and put back, and Hamby scores for the first time tonight.
Alexander still struggling. I think he's 0 for.
Kirby, nice pass by Parker, and some good ball work there by Dallas Kirby, who's going to get his 4th point this period. He's got 8 for the basketball game to lead the Tigers. Alexander, bounce pass. Another bounce pass along the baseline. Quickly back out Jones. Jones misses the three. He was red hot early. Has cooled off since. And now we're going to get another foul as Phillips looking to drive. And he'll earn himself his third trip to the free throw line in this basketball game, courtesy of Duke, who will pick up his second.
Tigers have a little half-court trap going against the lines right now, and it's caused them some problems as far as having to switch the ball around quickly. A couple of turnovers out of it.
Shot up and good. Phillips is 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and he leads the lines with 11, lead back up to 7. 6:39 on this third period clock. Is the shot up and good. Cannon County back up 8. And they're coming with the pressure, bringing that 2-2-1. Parker's going to get to midcourt, feeds Hendricks near side. Back out Jordan Parker. Parker outstanding near the Tiger logo. Near side, Hendricks going to launch a three short. Hendricks he's been close. He's hit a couple, but a lot of shots very close, just not getting down. Parker loses it in the backcourt. And, well, let's just let it roll all the way. I don't know what he was doing.
I'm not a basketball person, obviously, but maybe they bring it back out to the side court. I thought if Parker let it go enough, it'd gone down to the baseline, and they'd have to take it from the inbounds.
And that may be what he was looking to do there. But it comes back out, as you mentioned, closer to midcourt, and the ball is going to come up Jones around to Alexander. Alexander, beautiful floating in there with that left hand. And Alexander, that's his first basket tonight.
Gets him off that snide a little bit, not afraid to take it to the senior with the left hand.
That was pretty. Parker. Picked up by Alexander. 5.5 minutes left in the third. Hendricks works it back out. Kirby up top. He's going to put it on the floor. Now out to Duke. Cavs got their original starting five back out. Kirby's going to drive it all the way. Nice. Split that double team. And Kirby's got 6 here in this quarter. He's in double figures with 10.
I believe he's got 6 of the 8.
He does indeed. And nice reverse. Oh, that was beautiful there by Hamby as he got his defender up in the air and just squirted along the baseline there. Come back up under with the reverse, and it's a 10-point game again.
Both teams are pressing defensively, and the offenses are doing a pretty good job and setting up some 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s.
Houston thought he was fouled. He was stripped of the ball, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with DeKalb County. Hendricks will go up under the basket and will lob it up and into Kirby. Kirby to Houston.
Nice pass.
Down inside Parker, pumps. Oh,
wow,
yes.
Nice.
Beautiful move there by Parker to get the defender up. He'll draw the foul, and we'll have a chance at a three-point play here. Foul goes against Phillips, and that's his first of the basketball game.
Tigers needed that chance to cut, into this lead down to 7. Lions had stretched it a little.
That's Parker's first point since those first 5 points of the ball game. Look out, Parker's going to get a steal. Drives in for the layup, good. Coach
He's going to score in spurts of 5.
Yeah, apparently. If he waits as long as he did last time, he won't score again tonight, though, is the problem. Takeaway here, speaking of Parker, that's Houston, rather. And Houston's going to have it poked away. And it'll stay with DeKalb County's Pelham. Got a hand in there. Phillips will sit down for the Lions, as will Hamby. Garrett is back in, and who am I missing? I think it's number 4, Anderson Laura. Thank you, Coach. Is driving in there. Goes Dallas Kirby. And Kirby, he's got 8 in the quarter. 12 now for the basketball game. DeKalb County's back to within 3. And Jared Nave wants a timeout. 4:01 left to play in the third. It's a full timeout. DeKalb County High School basketball presented exclusively tonight by Liberty State Bank, right here on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Where do you go when times get somewhat troubled in life? You go to see a trusted friend, someone you know cares about the struggles you may be dealing with. That's what Liberty State Bank has been in DeKalb County for 120 years. A trusted friend, someone you can reach out to when times are hard. With a variety of services to offer, we can sit down and help you navigate through even the harshest of conditions. And when you're back on your feet and life is great, we will still be there, cheering you on and providing help whenever you need it. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Final score from Avery Trace Middle School. The Avery Trace Red Raiders close out the game on a 9-0 run and take down the DeKalb Middle School Saints 34-21 in the boys game tonight. So Avery Trace will sweep DeKalb Middle 50-29 in the girls game, 34-21 in boys action tonight up at Avery Trace Middle School. Busy week of basketball here in DeKalb County.
I think probably across the area. I know that Cannon has 4 games this week.
Yeah, they have got, I was looking at their schedule, they've got an exceptionally busy week. Another Lion turnover, and it's Logan Duke coming out with a loose basketball to Parker.
It's brought a lot of life and energy to the jerseys in white.
Parker trying to feed it back to Duke, pops loose. Picked up by the Lions out ahead. Here's Pelham. Pelham drives it in with the left hand. It's up and good. Pelham off the turnover. He's got 6. And the Lion lead back to 5.
What could have been a 1-point game.
You get that big 4-point swing there. Parker up top, Kirby. Fusen. Fusen's been quiet offensively tonight, and I don't know that that's an offensive foul. I might have called a travel, but
I thought Fusen got away with one earlier. He leaned in with the shoulder earlier. They ended up calling the foul on the Cannon County player. And then he missed it, but I think he missed it, but I can't remember. But he tried doing the same thing there, being very aggressive with his upper body. Thought he got away with one.
Might have been a missed it, so we'll get it this time. Another turnover. Kirby comes up with it up ahead to Parker. Parker drives for the finger roll layup. Good. Parker's got 12, and DeKalb County's back to within 3. Lions were ahead by 10 not so very long ago. Phillips. Oh, wow. Phillips, a nice move to the basket. 14 now for Lucas Phillips. I believe that leads all scorers. As Parker works his way into the front court against Anderson Laura. Now to the baseline, skips it out. Duke has an open look, short. Parker kind of volleyball spiked it. Lions will come up with it. Alexander. Long 3 is up, in and out, no good. Alexander's just not got his shot going for him tonight. And a jump ball will be called with a possession arrow in favor of Cannon County. Pelham will inbound the ball underneath the line goal here. Cannon County up 5. Third period action from the DeKalb County High School gymnasium. From the corner, the 3, Alexander up is no good, and the rebound, Hendricks.
Shooter's going to shoot.
Hendricks out ahead to Parker. Parker takes it away for the layup, good. And it's 40-37, last 2 minutes of this third period.
Tigers beating the Lions at their own game right now with this transition points.
Laura out to Alexander. Alexander feeds Pelham in the corner. He steps back from the wing. A 3 is short. Looked good, won't go. Parker wants a foul. He got just knocked to the ground. Pass up the court. Fusen just can't get it going tonight. Layup comes off the rim. Quickly up in the front court, Lions Phillips. Phillips down along the baseline. Pelham skips it quickly. Alexander now he's on with the 3-pointer up and good. That's his first tonight. First 3 for Cannon County since the first period, but a lob up court, Kirby.
Cannon County's with this press, and they're just not getting back, and it's easy transition points for the Tigers.
Dallas Kirby has 10 points this period, 14 for the basketball game. The lead is back down to 4. Phillips muscles another one in. Back and forth we go. DeKalb County in the front court, under a minute left in this third period, lead at 6. Parker in front of the scorer's table with the ball. Does DeKalb County want to hold? Parker to Fusen near side, skips it to Kirby, and we got a foul. And maybe going against Laura here.
I get the idea of holding for the last shot, 45 seconds in the quarter. If you're up or it's close, you're down by, 3
6
possessions.
Yeah. Into Kirby up top. Kirby to Parker. 35 seconds. Parker skips it inside Hendricks against a triple team. Won't go.
Just unlucky. Good move, freed himself, just was unable to finish.
Wouldn't go. 23 seconds left. Jones, he's been mighty quiet since the first period. 15 seconds. Lions want the final shot. Lead is 6. Cannon County just working it around, taking some time off the clock. Phillips back spins, 2-second shot, no, but a foul. And Jordan Parker's beside himself right now as he's going to be called for his first foul of the night. A little bit frustrated after that.
Does Daniel have replay?
No, unfortunately, we don't have it tonight.
I thought he got ball. From my quick angle right here, I thought he got all ball.
I think he thought like you thought, Coach. Shot, good. Tell you what, Phillips is not who you want at the free throw line. He currently has made his last 5, and he's 5 of 6 overall. 1.2 seconds left, by the way, in this third period. And the Duggan jinx strikes again. Parker, full court, is going to fall short. We head to the fourth with your score. The Cannon County Lions 46, the DeKalb County Tigers 39. DeKalb County High School basketball is presented by Liberty State Bank right here on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Since 1904, Liberty State Bank has been an integral part of our community. For 120 years, Liberty State Bank has been helping families become homeowners for the first time. Young people purchase that first car or achieve that college degree, and businesses grow from the ground up. Liberty State Bank is not simply a financial institution. We are your trusted friends, your neighbors, someone you have come to rely on for well over a century. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
(46-39). Tom Duggan alongside the coach Chris Vance. Heading into the fourth period of our first ever basketball live stream broadcast here on the DC Blitz Sports Network. 4 months ago, there was no DC Blitz anything. Look how far we've fallen. So we thank all the great folks in the community, and we thank Daniel Leslie, our producer, from the beginning of everything we've done. Casey Midget, who Casey's more behind the scenes than you realize. He does so many things to help us out. And, of course, Kelly Pyburn, who's doing her hobby tonight. She's coaching instead of her job with us. So but we appreciate everybody for making our DC Blitz, whatever you want to call it, what it has become in this short 4 months. We're honored to be here tonight covering this basketball game. And, Coach, I think we're going to have another one coming down to the wire here. Kirby from the free throw line at short. Parker follows. No. Tap back out to Duke. Tigers keep it alive.
Good job being aggressive on the boards.
Missed again. Duke again. Kirby for 3. No. Parker couldn't hold on to it, and Laura comes away with a rebound. About what, 4 opportunities there? No points. Got to come away with a bucket.
And a couple shots right there at the rim.
And Cannon comes right back. I thought that was going to go down, and that really would have hurt. But the three-pointer falls short. Rebounded Hendricks. Here comes Parker. Into the front court, Hendricks. Out to Duke. Parker, long 3 is up. Good, nothing but net. Jordan Parker's got 17 points.
Very smooth stroke by there by Jordan Parker.
Sorry, I've lost points here, and I'm trying to multitask, which I'm terrible at, as Phillips is going to drive. Shot up and good. Phillips has been phenomenal in his second half. He's got 19 for Cannon County. Ball in the front court, Hendricks. Hendricks hands off Parker. 6-point lead, 2 possessions. Cannon County on top. Trying to complete a season sweep here of DeKalb County. Kirby to Parker near side. Parker's going to drive, gets in traffic. He don't mind. He's going to go up. Shot won't go. Wow. A lot of contact, no whistle. More contact, no whistle. And timeout as Kirby gets the ball. Coach, there's got to be a foul or something there. With bodies flying, flailing, everything else. But another break. We saw it early in the game. DeKalb County got one kind of like that.
We sure did. Loose ball on the floor. I'm not sure anyone gets possession, but yet timeouts are awarded to DeKalb County. We'll take it. Not sure it's correct, but we like it.
Indeed. 5:56 left to play in this fourth period. Well, it's been a fun night here in Smithville. It's odd to have some high school basketball Monday night. Usually it's a Tuesday, Friday. Middle school games usually Monday, Thursday. But again, as you mentioned, there are a lot of games going on all around the area all week long.
Christmas tournaments coming up.
Yep, Christmas tournaments. We talked to Coach Agee. They're going to be participating in the Franks Shootout in Sparta coming up before Christmas. And then I know the Watertown tournament has a name, but I'm not sure the sponsor, but they'll be playing in that after Christmas. As Alexander with a takeaway, and he's going to drive down for his 7th point and the lead back up to 8. So a lot of basketball, and then really district play gets ramped up once we get into January and February. In fact, DeKalb will play no district games until they get into the month of January. That's a big change that we've seen since the expansion into 4 classifications. Kirby off the offensive rebound, can't get it, but he draws a foul.
Perfect position to get that rebound and then take it back up. Was able to draw the foul. Wish he could have finished.
Preston Hamby is going to pick up his 3rd personal foul. Coach Agee, I want to know what he said to the ref. He got a hearty chuckle there. As Kirby knocks down the free throw, he'll get another. Kirby had 10 points in that 3rd. He's got 15 for the basketball game. Lead at 7, trying to make it a 2-possession game. Kirby, bang, good. 50-44. Tigers stepping out. They're 2-3 up to half court as Lucas Phillips has been a Tiger killer here in this basketball game. He draws another foul. This time it's John Hendricks with his 2nd, and Phillips heads to the free throw line. He had 13 the last time against DeKalb County. He has 21 tonight.
Navis putting Phillips right there at the free throw line. He's able to get the pass and then split the 2 down low defenders.
Missed the free throw. Poor Antonio Jones gets mugged there. Ball up court, picked up by Parker. Parker up off the glass and good.
I'm not sure what happened to Pelham. He had the ball and then fell down, lost possession, and Parker's able to pick it up.
Jones, double team, feeds Phillips. Outside, Pelham for 3, and good. Rattles it home. And timeout is going to be asked for here with 4:44 left to play in regulation. Cannon County timeout with the Lions leading 55-46 to DeKalb County High School basketball. Presented exclusively tonight by Liberty State Bank on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Liberty State Bank is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
.444 left to go here in regulation. It is Cannon County 55. It is DeKalb County 46. And it will be Tiger basketball. Cannon's going to back out of the full court press. They're going to set it up in the half court. And Jordan Parker will take it on the inbound. Tigers need a run here. They need to get some momentum going. I feel like Cannon County's just kind of swiped it DeKalb is playing a little more frustrated. Skip pass inside Duke, out to Fusen.
I'm not sure if Cannon County has anybody that can stay in front of Parker. And when he dishes off his pass, Tigers have been unable to make the play and finish it off. Fortunate that time.
Yeah, Kirby finishes that one, and Parker's going to come in and hammers Phillips. Parker's going to get his second foul, and Lucas Phillips is going to head back to the free throw line. After I pointed out he had made his last 5, he's missed his last 2.
There you go again.
It's lead at 7, and now Phillips will try to reverse fortunes here. Shot is up, and it is good. The reverse Duggan curse also works. As it's 56-48 with 4:15 to go. Shot on the way is good.
Nice rotation.
23 points for Lucas Phillips. The lead is 9.
Phillips had 13. First time the two teams met.
Kirby, oh my, nice move he put on Hamby, but couldn't get it to go down. Ball comes free up court. It's going to be picked up, kept alive here by Phillips, and there he goes. Lucas Phillips again just continues to pour it on. Lions lead by 11. Ball up court, Kirby in the paint, rejected, but a foul. I tell you what, there was a whole lot of basketball got smacked right there.
Might have been a little bit of body, but I thought that was pretty good block right there.
As that foul will go against Preston Hamby, and that's going to be number 4 on Hamby. Credit Kirby got in good position. I thought Hamby made a heck of a play there. Like you said, could have been the body contact, but the hand caught a whole lot of basketball. Kirby getting set. Kirby played last couple of games. He was a little under the weather for DeKalb County and kind of getting back up to 100%. Free throw up, no good, and Kirby will get another. That is his first miss. He had made 6 in a row prior to that.
I had thought it, but I wasn't going to say it.
I didn't jinx him that time. You jinxed him after the fact.
Well,
second one is good. See, thinking it is just as bad as saying it sometimes. Okay. 59-49. In the front court, Phillips out Alexander. Here's Jones. He's going to drive. Jones, runner won't go.
Forced that shot.
Phillips again with a rebound out. Alexander wide open for 3, just short. Rebound Fusen. The lead is 10 for Cannon County. We're down. Yep, travel as Hendricks will be whistled. And a Tiger turnover, 3:16 to play. Anderson Laura will check back in, and it's going to be Preston Hamby and his 4 fouls headed to the Cannon County bench. Time ticking.
Alexander about did it.
Jones, Alexander, oh my. Bottom.
Wow.
Oh my, long distance from Miles.
That's what his problem was. He wasn't deep enough.
Miles Alexander, he's now in double figures with 10, all coming in the second half. That's his second 3, and the lead is 13. DeKalb County's got to make a run if they got any shot at all. Parker jump stops in the paint, shot no, gets his own rebound, put back, good. Parker.
Had the stats.
Tell you what, that was nice to stay with it the way he did. And he wasn't the tallest tree in the forest there either, going up for that loose ball. Laura on the far side is a 3 on the way. No good by Phillips. One of the first times he's missed in a while. Hendricks coming the other way. Hendricks feeds Parker down in the corner. Fusen.
Jones is guarding Parker right now. He's a little bit longer than some of the other Cannon County defenders.
Off the Hendricks miss. Fusen couldn't follow it up. Porter Hancock, by the way, is out for DeKalb County on the court. Replacing Duke in the lineup. 2 minutes to go. And now we got Parker shaken up. Shot is up and good. And that was that Alexander, I think, on the shot? All right, now we're concerned about Parker. He's up, but he's limping. He's walking toward the DeKalb County bench, and he's going to have to check out here. And where he's walking, you hope it's something as simple as a cramp, but
I'm not sure if it's, I'm guessing at this point, ankle. When he first went down, I wasn't sure if it was that or knee, but I'm thinking he had his ankle turned over.
Chase Young, a sophomore, is in for the first time tonight for DeKalb County. 64-51 Kirby with the basketball. Boy, you hope it's nothing serious, certainly for DeKalb County, as Kirby missed the shot. Jones way up court. Laura's going to drive it in for the layup, and Joey Agee is going to call a timeout with 1:33 left to play. Cannon County putting considerable distance between themselves and the DeKalb County Tigers with 93 seconds left to play. It's 66-51. You're watching DeKalb County High School basketball presented exclusively by Liberty State Bank on the DC Blitz Sports Network.
Where do you go when times get somewhat troubled in life? You go to see a trusted friend. Someone you know cares about the struggles you may be dealing with. That's what Liberty State Bank has been in DeKalb County for 120 years. A trusted friend. Someone you can reach out to when times are hard. With a variety of services to offer, we can sit down and help you navigate through even the harshest of conditions. And when you're back on your feet and life is great, we will still be there, cheering you on and providing help whenever you need it. Liberty State Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
1:33 left to go, and well, you know, DeKalb County's not throwing in the towel, Coach, but do they have enough time to make any noise here down the stretch?
15.
Tough. You look at it, 5 possessions, full possessions, that's all threes.
And that's if you're able to get stops every time down.
True. That's Fuson's first field goal tonight. Only 3 points. He's had a tough basketball game offensively.
He had 7 the last time these two met, was the leading scorer for the Tigers.
Ball down in the corner to Pelham. Pelham's going to drive, runner with the left hand, up and
wow.
Good. Nice shot by Pelham off the glass. And Jordan Parker has gone to the locker room. I do not see him on the Tiger bench. And certainly he's being reevaluated. I doubt we're going to see him back as Porter Hancock will knife in for the shot up off glass and good. 45 seconds to go. Kirby with a near steal as he slaps that over into the Cannon County. Well, I thought it went out of bounds, did it not?
I guess not.
Well, if it, maybe the officials, well, I sort of say they may be ready to go home, but no, there's a foul. That's going to be on Young. And that will be his first of the ball game. 35 seconds, all over by the final horn at this stage, as Cannon County is going to leave Smithville with a victory tonight. Alexander with a steal. Alexander's going to bring it back out, and there's DeKalb County going to allow him to just run it out here. 20 seconds, that looks to be the case. And it looks like we're going to go to the house with a score of 68-55. Cannon County is going to complete a regular season sweep, but Coach, when you again, when you look at the last result of 71-34, we don't preach moral victories by any stretch, but this is the DeKalb County team, I think, has gotten better and certainly played better tonight against this very talented, I think, Cannon County Lion team.
Well, what you talk about, 7-8 days ago, they scored 34 points against this Cannon County team, and tonight they put up 55. They scored over 70 against Watertown this past Friday night, and it's a team that I think is still learning to play with one another offensively and defensively. We've always seen DeKalb County as a team that is going to fight with a lot of grit. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to get after the ball. They're going to pressure the ball with a lot of hands flying around everywhere. And we saw that tonight, and they forced a lot of Cannon County turnovers, probably some unforced turnovers as well. Much better performance by Coach Agee and his team.
Final score tonight again, and trying to tally these stats up here real quick, 68-55, so we'll just keep it here, recap and wrap things up here from the DCHS Gymnasium. DeKalb County in this basketball game led 14-12 at the end of the first period. That 14-5 second quarter there helped propel Cannon County out to a 26-19 lead at the break. Both teams able to put up 20 points there in the third period. 46-39, 7-point game going into the fourth, but DeKalb County just playing catch-up the rest of the way. Cannon County with 22 points there in the final period to get 8 of those from Lucas Phillips, who had a huge night with 25 total for Cannon County. Lions pull away and win it 68-55. Your final scores, DeKalb County drops to 2-6 overall on the season. For the Tigers tonight, 2 players in double figures. Jordan Parker left late with an injury. We certainly hope it's nothing serious and hope to see him back for the next game. But Parker, who was held scoreless last time out, 21 points tonight. He had the first 5, went quiet for a while, and then scored 16 in the second half. Again, 21 on the night. Dallas Kirby with 19 points. John Hendricks finishes the night with 6. Porter Hancock has 4 points. Seth Fusa with 3. Logan Duke ends the night with 2 points. Cannon County, as I mentioned, with Lucas Phillips, 25 points, leading 3 scores in double figures. Miles Alexander shutout in the first half. He had 12 points in the second half, 7 of those in that big fourth quarter. 11 points on the night for Eli Pelham. Antonio Jones ends the night with 9 points. Preston Hamby with 4. Anderson Laura with 2 points and a 13-point victory tonight for the Cannon County Lions. Jordan Parker came out with something to prove tonight, Coach. I thought he had a fantastic basketball game. Just played with so much determination all night long. Certainly got frustrated a few times, as did a lot of the Tigers against this tough Cannon team. But a good effort and a losing effort, unfortunately, for DC tonight.
A lot of these guys for DeKalb County they're going to bring you a game face. And once you kind of toss that ball up, then all bets are off. And Parker is one of those that's just going to get after you with an intensity unmatched by very, very few. And you can talk about John Hendricks the same way, and you can talk about Kirby and Fusen and the whole starting lineup, and it's a team that really got after it, and they're aggressive, and at the end of the ball game, they're spent. Thought Coach H did a good job of getting more players into the ball game, at least 7, probably 8 deep tonight, and I think that's good, and it's going to reap benefits down the road for the DeKalb County Tigers. Danny Fish was here tonight. I saw him across the way. Devin is also I think he's a junior. I can't remember what grade right. Devin is, but that offense at Warren County goes through Devin. He had a very good ball game, 10 or 12 points in the fourth quarter at Cannon County last Friday, and they rely on him so much, and I think Danny's doing a good job over there at Warren County.
Lady Tigers lose tonight 38-30. Both DeKalb County teams fall to 2-6 overall on the season. Cannon County is going to look to stay hot on Fridays. They host Grundy County over at the Robert A. Harris Gymnasium. The Cannon County Lions now have won their last 4 basketball games. They are 7-2 overall in the season. Our next broadcast Saturday is going to be a big, busy day for DC Blitz. We will have the Blitz coming to you live from Smith County Middle School starting at 9 a.m. It'll be West School heavy coming up this Saturday morning as we prepare for DeKalb West School's participation in the Smith County Middle School Christmas Tournament. The Lady Bulldogs will play at 11 o'clock, so right after the DC Blitz. We'll have coverage of the Lady Bulldogs in their first round game, and then that'll be followed by the DeKalb West School Bulldogs in their first round game. I know they play either Smith County or Prescott, and for the life of me, I think the girls play defeated in the first round. So
I do not know.
You can find all that information on the Blitz page. Do not expect my memory to hold up that well, but we will see you Saturday. Be sure to tune in on, of course, our YouTube channel. Like us, follow us, subscribe, whatever you can do to stay informed of what's going on with DeKalb County sports through DC Blitz. For our producer, Daniel Leslie, we want to say a big thanks tonight to our sponsor, Liberty State Bank. For the coach, Chris Vance, I'm Tom Duggan saying so long tonight for the DC Blitz Sports Network.